peace, love, blessings, greetings to one and all. Welcome to the Real Soundcheck podcast. We are here each and every Monday, 9 p.m. UK time. 7 DJs. So there's 6 on screen. 1 is still on his way. Butch Cassidy is still on his way. We got myself, DJ Croc, Technical, Buddha Palm, TV, Friction, Fire Media in the building. Dave Knight, Caramel Radio representing. Mr. Diesel, I'm old school like. And Grown Folks Grooves in the place. Gotta say, big shout out goes out to all the family rolling in online. Wow, good evening to our wonderful mod, Mitchie Boo. Good evening, Mitchie Boo. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening,
Mitchie. Good evening to Miss Naturally J in the building. Good evening, family. Good evening to you too, Miss Naturally J. Good evening, Miffy Moments. Good evening, Miffy. Great to see you in the place. My brother Platts Pro.
Boom.
Is in the building. Good evening to Platts.
Welcome, Platts.
Good evening. Who's clicking these things?
Me.
Brother, what are you doing? You're twisting up my head.
In here, man.
You're twisting my head. I'm clicking and you're clicking off.
It feels there's poltergeist in here, innit? It feels there's a poltergeist.
Karen James. Good evening to you, Karen. Innit? Good evening, Karen James. Good evening to Miss G in the building. Good evening, Miss G. Welcome to see. Good to see you. Good to see you, Lady Uzo. Manners and respect. Lady Googlo in the building. Who else we got coming in? Yes, Melly Mel is in the building. Good evening, Melly Mel. Salute. The Diva Speaks. T Dot is in the building here for a hot minute. Good to see you, Diva. Stick around for as long as you can, all right?
The diva.
He's in it. The diva. It works.
I feel a remix coming on.
Yo, this guy. This summer This guy. We haven't even got over the first mess you started, bro.
Exactly, you know.
Good evening, Kamzi. In the building. Good evening, Kamzi. Great to see you. Good evening, man like Desert Rhino in the building.
Yes,
Salute. Yes, sir. See, I held back the government name there. I'm doing well. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm learning. No more government names.
See how long that lasts, bro.
I know. Tell me about it.
It's early days.
It is early days. People, do us a favor, please. If you wouldn't mind, please share the link and invite someone into the session. All right, we're about to get started. It's a big one this evening. So please share the link if you can and invite someone into the dance. All right.
Shout out to Beat Pusher.
Beat Pusher's here.
Beat Pusher in
Yeah,
the
man.
house.
Joe Bowler as well.
Salute,
Good evening.
man like BP. Beat Pusher in the building. Joe Bowler. Mwah. Mad love to you. Great to see you as always. Hope you're well. Good evening to Mad Trini is in the building as well. Salute, Mad Trini. It's a big one this evening. It's a big one. Just
a little bit.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Peace to man like Richie Ranks is in the building. Good evening, Richie Ranks. Yes, sir. The family is still rolling in. We love to see this. Fantastic. Please share the link with someone. If you haven't done already, invite someone into this evening's session because it's going to be a nice one. Right, quick roundup. Butch Cassidy's on his way in, by the way, ladies and gents. So salute to Butch Cassidy. We'll let him in when he arrives and knocks at the door. Tech.
Yes, sir.
Happy belated birthday, bro. How was it?
Blessings.
I had a good time, man. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Yeah, it was beautiful, man. I got pampered by my ladies. Do you know what I mean? It was a low key thing. You know what I mean? It was just nice restful time. Had a sort of a extended weekend, and then this Thursday, I believe, I'm going to. Wife's taking me to have to go and see Omar live as well over in Bronx. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, it's been nice, man. It's been nice.
So are you one of these people? Are you one of these people that's like you don't do a birthday day anymore? You do like a week or a month or whatever.
Brethren, nah, man. You have to celebrate it to fully. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I that thing. I think it's gonna roll out for the whole year, mate. Do you know what I mean? Anything I can put my name on
until the next one, innit?
Yeah, man. For real. Anything I can put my name on, I'm going. That's my birthday things.
Fantastic.
It's August. I don't business. It's my birthday.
Fantastic. I'm glad you had a great one, brother. Blessings.
Thank you,
Hope
bro. Thank you.
See many
Big
more.
up Mitchie Boo. Thank you. Thank you. Karen Jays. Thank you.
Respect. See many more. Friction. What's going on with you, brother?
All good, man. All good. Me there. Can't complain. So yeah, we're just obviously adjusting to the incident I shared previously about my
I was
son.
just going to ask, how's he doing? How's little man doing?
He's doing really well, man. He's doing really well. We went to, it was my brother-in-law's 60th birthday party over the weekend, and that was the first event we've gone to with him managing his condition.
Right.
So it was a bit like, is he okay? Can he eat this? Should he eat that? Has he got his insulin? You know what I mean? There was a lot to consider. And that's when I realised, like, being at home, you can kind of just manage it in your own way. When you're going out, it's like, can't just go out as normal before. You know what I mean? We've got to think about the portions he's eating, what he's eating, calculating the ratio, adjusting his, you know what I mean, his insulin accordingly. It was big learning curve, man.
I think we're going to have to do a whole session on something like this just to educate each other on what those things are to look out for. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really valuable to share that kind of knowledge, man. So I would, if you're willing, I would love to, for you to share some more of that, those insights with us, man.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Freak, just out of interest, right? Has he got the kind of arm tag thing to measure? Yeah. About to say
the mark.
That's the one, isn't it? Yeah. Exactly.
The
implant.
You know what?
Yeah, man.
It's mad, because we were seeing people last summer with these things, thinking, what is that on their arms, man? Like, I keep seeing these people around with these things on their arms, and now, boom, it's part of our life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, he just scans it with his phone. I get a reading. My wife gets a reading. We can see where he is throughout the day. And it just monitors his blood sugar level.
Yeah, as soon as he drops below a certain level, it bleeps and tells
him.
Yeah, Joe Bowler, that's what it is. If you missed previous session, you'll have to go back and watch. Was it last week's episode, 26 or 25?
No, it was 2 episodes ago.
25. Hey, we're episode 27, folks.
Bruh.
27 episodes in. Salute to us for that. Good evening to Melissa Deans in the building. Evening. Happy belated birthday to Lil Man once again, Melissa Deans. Salute to you and Little Man. What a handsome boy you have, Melissa Deans. Lord have mercy. Handsome young man. Dave Knight. How you doing, brother? What's good? Why are you doing that?
You're on mute, bruv.
What are you doing? I thought he was trying to be funny. I thought he was trying to.
I thought his voice is
trying to take me for an idiot.
You can't pick it up. His voice is so deep.
That 808 voice.
You get me? Miami bass voice.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, sir. Can't complain. Bless. It's been a chilled week, but I think one of the highlights was going to see John Wick 4.
Oh, yeah.
Action. Yeah.
Brethren.
Listen.
Yes.
Do you know
That
what?
was the main thing I wanted to do for my birthday. My daughter took me to see John Wick 4, right? And from Croc reviewed it last week, I was like, I'm looking forward to it even more. Mate, talk to the people, man.
I think for anybody, tell us, give us your take on it, Dave. Give us your take.
Oh, gosh.
Without
It's like
spoilers,
one of those- This is the thing. I think because the general premise of what John Wick is like, it's just crazy. But for them to bring in these additional elements within the film and just the determination. And then I always think back to it all started because somebody decided to be a bit
Of an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, because I watched just the beginning of the first one the other day, and the realization that the person who started the thing, the father called someone and says, "Oh, you did X, Y, Z to my son."
Yeah.
Says, "Why?" "Oh, he done this."
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That was the end of the conversation.
Yep.
That was the end of the conversation. And now we're at the fourth one. And it's just like, they just don't learn. They don't learn.
Yeah, man, that's it, man.
Just action. And I saw it in 4DX. So my chair was going like so, and like, you know what I mean? That stuff. Yeah, not in 3D, but 4DX.
4D.
And it was
Wow.
I came across that Saturday. I was in somewhere in Wandsworth. They've got a Cine something.
Cineworld.
Right. And I was wondering, well, what is this 4D thing? Because I know what 3D is. So I'm thinking, well, this must be maybe the chairs move or something. So that's what it is. The chairs move.
Right.
Yeah, there's another one.
No, listen.
There's another one, the
Cheers.
super screen. There's a super screen one where they project it onto 3 screens, 3 walls.
Oh, that's Screen X.
Screen X is that? Yeah.
Yo, can we have some kind of, I don't know, Mishibu, you need to might do some kind of thing for beat push, you know, because this guy is just not right. Look at 4,000 people dead. There's something wrong. we need a special level of moderation for beat pusher.
At least 4,000 people.
At least.
At least.
That might be a
You know
conservative.
those overlays they put on social media posts, potentially fake news. This is potentially fake news.
This has not been
Oh my
fact-checked.
gosh, he's done it. He's done it. Look.
Oh, no spoilers, BP. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. No spoilers. No spoilers. No
That's
spoilers.
not too bad.
How does this
That's
compare to
I know,
Hard
that's fine.
Boiled? What for
Yeah.
people dying in the film?
Sorry, say it again.
Wow, you know.
Which one was hard boiled? Which one was hard boiled?
Hard Boiled,
Hard
the John
Boiled, oh
Woo
my
film.
gosh.
19
Bad boy
I don't
film.
know, 80
Bad
something or
boy
90
film.
something film. Hard Boiled, John Woo film.
That was like
Charlie-
89,
Bad boy
I think.
thing. Yeah,
man.
it was one of the.
Yeah,
I think at one time it held the world record for the amount of people dead in the film.
Oh,
Hard
gosh.
Boiled did at one
serious?
point.
Oh, gosh.
It was just mad. You know those kind of films where guys don't reload. It's just bum, 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 bum.
Everlasting
It's one of those ones.
Everlasting
One of
clip,
those
you get me?
ones.
All
Everlasting
right, so let me
banana
ask, just on John Wick 4 before we move on to Mr. Diesel. Just on John Wick 4, Dave Knight, marks out of 10. What would you give John Wick out of
For
10?
me, I agree with your 8.9.
8.9, yeah?
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right,
8
cool.
Because I think overall 8.9, and there's a couple of scenes which, you know, you just have to forgive. But overall action, yeah, 8.9.
All right, cool.
For
cool,
me,
cool.
for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. All right,
Yeah.
there it is, folks. So you've had like 3 reviews now of John Wick 4, myself, Tech, and Dave Knight.
Richard Ransom just asked, as an action movie, how does it compare to Hard Boiled? Oi, that's a tough one. Hard Boiled for me was genre defining for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
for real.
So I think it's hard to beat Hard Boiled, but I think the action's on par, but it's just different. Do you know what I mean? It's cleaner. But you think, when you watch Hard Boiled, you look at it and you go, I'm sure people died in that for real. You know what I mean? Because people are dropping off things, but just got two. The only protection they got is like 2 T-shirts. They got 2 T-shirts and they're landing on the.
All right.
We're
We're gonna, you know what?
Sign here.
We're gonna move on because Mel's saying my anxiety trying to keep pausing and miss any spoilers. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Don't want to
You just
spoil
need
that,
to,
man.
just need to blank out beat pushers comments. That's
Yeah.
just
The
ban
reviews
him,
are
ban
good,
that
Mel.
boy.
Just know the reviews are all good so far from
watch
us.
it.
The reviews are great. All right, but make sure you watch, the first 3, definitely number 3 before you go into number 4. Yeah.
It would make sense, but it is a film on its own, but it makes sense to watch all 3 first. Yeah.
Yes.
Really does.
Yeah.
Most def.
Understand what started it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and for less questions being asked. Right? Yeah, less questions. Mr. Diesel,
Yes, sir.
how you doing, sir?
Good.
Yeah, man, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. First of all, let me apologize. My camera's a bit sticky. I don't know why, but yeah.
You're a sticky dude.
It looks sharp, though.
All
It
them
looks
pop-ups
sharp.
I've been doing, man.
It does look sharp.
He does
Sticky boy, looks sharp.
It's an 8K camera, yeah, dealing with Star.
Nah, man. I'll leave that to you, bro.
What do you mean?
But yeah, I'm good, man. Had a good weekend.
Tell us about it. Tell us about Friday.
Friday was interesting. It was good, but it was interesting. So yeah, it was nice. Musically, it was nice. You know what I mean? Obviously, like the weather was whack, so that didn't help. But those that came out, come and had a little boogie and what's not. It was all good.
Yeah, man.
And then Saturday, I done my friend's 43rd birthday party. Happy birthday, Natski.
Nice.
Yeah, that was everything you want a party to be.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So
That's
yeah,
a good
I'm still
review right there. That's a great
Yeah,
review.
man.
Everything you want a party to be.
Yeah, mate. So I'm still on a vibe from that. So other than that, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Nice.
Just ready for today, mate.
Nice. And I hope you're ready for Friday as well, because we're going to be seeing you on Friday
Of course,
at
man.
Ritzy for the return of One Nation.
Friday we bring it.
All right, I want your most unruly behavior.
Yeah, man. Let's do this.
Unruly behavior.
Any other kind from him.
Before we move
think
on, I
there's
was
someone
asking,
at the door,
the
you know.
guys during the Soundcheck of the Soundcheck podcast what they do to keep themselves physically fit and healthy. But Diesel was on mute at the time, so they've got to ask him. But I know the answer is going to be I wake up in the morning and eat breakfast. That's what his answer is going to be.
No,
'Cause
you know
Diesel
what? I
just
actually don't. I don't eat breakfast.
There you go.
I don't
knew it
eat
was-
breakfast.
I knew it was something
but,
simple.
I did play American football for 33 years.
There you go.
So yeah, that kind of explains that part. Nowadays, I just like to walk. To be honest, that's about it.
Minimal
just walk.
effort required.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but there's a lot of walking with a controller and things on your back as well, innit? So
Yeah, you know it
Okay,
goes already.
yeah. All right, grown folks,
Hello.
how are thee?
Thee are quite well, sir. Thanks for asking. Your inquiry is appreciated.
All right, or whatever. You know, I didn't mean for it to go this deep. Can we stop now? I don't want to play anymore.
That was
Innit? Yeah, how you doing, man? How's your weekend been? Highlights
good,
of your
man.
week. What's your highlight been of your week?
Wow. So we had this discussion last week. For some reason, I just cannot remember what I do on the weekend. I don't know why that is. I know I did miss you guys
Self-protection?
playing. Yeah, that too. Yeah. I did miss you guys playing at the Ravensburg, and it was only because of the weather. I mean, it was
Right,
it
yeah,
was just
it was
Yeah.
terrible, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Cookie's in the building.
I see him.
Oi!
Chocolate
on,
chip
Cookie.
man is in the
Hey,
building.
hey.
Salute,
Yeah,
salute.
man.
Go on, Cookie. What you saying?
Salute, brother.
What up, Cookie?
Blessings. All right.
Yeah. And Sunday I went out to dinner. I went to a place in Shoreditch called Ma Petite Jamaica.
Okay.
Okay.
Really good. The food was really good.
Out of 10, what would you give it?
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah.
Cool. Food's
Saw
good.
some sights. Evidently in that area, there's some place that does, I think, one of those bottomless brunches. So when we got there, there was a car park that it may have been 4, it may have been 5 women were in it. Because when we pulled up,
no.
some of them were already in the car. So a couple of them got out, and we asked, "Okay, are you moving?" They said, "Yeah, in a minute." And next thing you know, one of the broads, because all of them had on these body contour one-piece things, jumpsuits or whatever.
Catsuits, yeah.
That thing, right. So one of them went to the back of the car, the back door, opened up the back door, and starts undressing. And it's things flying everywhere. And she actually sits down and urinates outside.
Oh.
Then one of the other
Lord.
doors busts open, and this other one just falls out of the car and goes around the side. And I could see it in her face. I said, "Cammy, she's going around there to be sick." Sure enough, she went around there and was sick. And then there was a couple other ones came out and went around, and it was something else.
Wow, classic.
So now, funny, I remember that though, didn't I? Yeah.
PTSD.
Exactly.
What
Lord
time of
have
day was
mercy.
this? What time was it? Day
It was
like
daylight.
5 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was like 6. It was 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh,
Daylight.
Lord
see.
have
Wow.
mercy.
On the street, not even in the alley, on the street.
Oh, gosh. I feel like...
What a thingy.
I think... I need to just use Mr. Diesel's line and say, as we move. Yeah, as we move. Enough about that. As we move. Good evening to Natasha 0702 in the building. Good evening, Natasha.
Evening.
Welcome in. Good evening to GeForce Leroy, who's also in the building. Good evening, GeForce. Bless up. Good to see you in the place.
Welcome to our brother Butch.
Welcome to Butch Cassidy.
Yes, sir.
You know the place.
Salute.
Are the brute smelling?
The brute smelling. Top tier
Top tier shelling.
Brother, like the
Wellington.
chopper to create a telling.
What you saying, brother? What's going on?
Everything's good. Can't complain. Can you hear me? Everything all right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Sounded nice, man.
Clear.
My mic sound nice.
The mic
check one.
sound nice. All right.
Relax, Butch. You look
Innit?
relaxed and
Go on.
zen. You look fully
Innit?
zen, bro.
You know what?
Oh, that's why.
You know what that says? You know what that look is? Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. That's what that look says. Hold on. You think me nice. Hold on.
Good evening, everyone. I ain't tight everyone in the chat. Too many names to mention, which is good. I'm not complaining. So, yes. Welcome.
All right. Want to say good evening to Calvin Monkey. Calvin Monkey says blessings,
That's all right,
people. It is a new name. Bless up, Calvin
Big up,
Monkey.
Calvin,
Welcome in.
big up.
Welcome in.
Welcome,
Welcome in.
Welcome in, yo.
Welcome in. Excuse me. Right. Butch, I know you're not very talky, but give us the highlight of your week, bro. We've been kind of doing like, what's the highlight been of our week? What's yours?
Highlight of my last week.
If you can share it. If it's,
That's why it's calm.
should we just do a diesel as we move?
No. The highlight of my week. What would it be?
That's good. If you've had that many, that's good.
It depends. There's funny stories, and then there's the personal. Just sitting down to eat dinner with my mum on Sunday.
That's the one. That's the one.
It was
That's the
just
highlight,
so
mate.
peaceful.
Yeah, man. That's the one.
And quiet, like, because my nephew's twins, my daughter wasn't around. Everybody, it was just me and my mum in the house.
Yeah.
And we were just talking and eating and just, you know what I mean? When you get good session in and before the evening kicks in, and by the time I look at the clock, it was like 8 o'clock. I was like, rah, look at that. We just chilled out and cracked joke and make plans for the house and everything, and that was a highlight. So
Yeah,
man.
that's beautiful. Don't get no better than that, man. Don't get no better than that. That's beautiful.
That was the end of the week. That started and ended my week. Started this week and ended last week.
Brilliant.
It's good.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Yeah, man. All right. So, just one other thing. Grown folks, I
Yourself.
watched the film that you recommend. Oh, me. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to do myself. All right. Let me just say now then. Grown folks, you gave a recommendation of something to watch last week on Netflix. The one that's like half an hour long.
Too perfect.
Too perfect.
Too something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched that. Two twos and a baby strangers. Anyway, I watched it and thank you for recommending it. Because it was deep, man. It was deep. It was deep. I wasn't quite ready for that, and it was a little bit. It was uncomfortable. It was a bit uncomfortable, but sometimes that can be the good thing about a film if it makes you uncomfortable, takes you out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for recommending that last week, and I would recommend anybody else to go and watch that as well, especially the ending. The ending was like super deep. Man. So,
wasn't it? It was just too much. It was too much.
Oh gosh. So yeah, thank you for recommending that. Highlights of my week. Last week. I don't even know. I don't even know. I had a great session with some wonderful women I've been working with who are really helping the whole business, the whole One Nation brand, upscaling the whole One Nation brand. Took me through a whole DNA, brand DNA process. Showed me I got to see my new website, the draft of my new website, which is looking crisp. I got a new logo coming this week as well. New business systems, the full Monty, and it was just it was a wonderful session. Anybody who's running their own business or got their own brand, going through that DNA brand process it's amazing, man. It's amazing. It really helps you to kind of crystallize what you're doing, why you're doing it, and then help to communicate that to people who want to kind of buy into your brand as well. So it's big things are going. Big things are going.
Nice.
So yeah, man, that was my highlight for real.
And you know what's great about that too, Croc? A lot of people don't know that they have to reinvest or invest in themselves. They can't just stay stagnant or think that they've done it once and then it'll just go into perpetuity.
Yep.
You have to revisit things every so often and invest in yourself and do those kind of things. So just salute to you, my brother.
Thank you. I think when it's done, I think I'll invite the ladies on here and they can talk a little bit about what they do. Because there might be someone either on screen or in the chat who might find what they're doing useful, who might want to kind of get their help with what they're doing as well, their brands or their new business or what have you, or long-standing business, new business, whatever. But I would definitely like to get them on to share with you what they've done for me. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we'll do that in the future. What was the film called? Gronvos, can you remember exactly what the film was called? It was like Two Perfect Strangers. With Two Perfect Strangers?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm gonna try. Melly Mel, give me a moment. I'm gonna try and look it up. All right, as we go through the show, I'm gonna try and look it up for you. I think it's something like Two Perfect Strangers, something like that. But we'll find it for you before the end of the show. All right. I think it's time for us to get into.
Strangers.
Thank
Two
you.
Distant Strangers, yeah.
Thank you very much, Dave. There you go, about Two Distant Strangers. It's on Netflix. It's deep, man. It's deep. I wouldn't watch it with a little one around. Because it's deep, you know.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it's not a horror, but it can be traumatic.
Yeah, man. I was disturbed. I was, So, yeah, definitely check it out though. Yo, I think it's time for us to get into it, man. We've got a lot to get through this evening. Shall we do it?
Yeah.
So get it did.
Let's get it done. Done. All right, cool. Let's do the thing. Let's get into it.
Hi, I'm Junior Giscombe, and you're watching The Real Soundcheck Podcast.
All right, people, so we're about to get into it this evening. Now, for this section of the show, I'm not going to lead this one. Who's going to lead this first section of the show? I think, was Butch going to lead this one? I think Butch was going to lead this first section about the Home Office, I believe, denying Afrobeats artists visas. Butch, can you tell us more about this, please, brother? What's this all about? What's going on?
Article in the Voice newspaper, and I have to read it as I see it, has reported that the UK Home Office has launched what has been described as an attack on black music genre, the biggest black music genre right now, since dancehall, because it did it to dancehall in the early 90s. The Voice also wrote that I'm trying not to literally do it by verbatim, but over 20 singers from the Afrobeat genres have been stopped from entering the country to perform. Literally just stopped. Like, no, you're not coming in. Mm-hmm. Now, compared to what was deemed to be, how can I put it? Back in the day, let's kick it 100. Back in the day, Sizzler was banned, Beanie Man was banned, Buju Banton was banned, Elephant Man was banned because of the lyrics inciting violence. This is what they're saying. And especially violence against homosexuals.
Specifically, violence against homosexuals.
Yes.
Let us not even mention that it's okay to have your top 10 flooded with songs talking about violence against black men. But we won't even get into that today.
We don't even need to go there. Let's stick with the news. Let's stick with the news. I get what you're saying. Let's stick with the news. Also, in 2011, they banned Cartel. And that was all the way to the High Commission of Jamaica. Like, they went there and said, don't let him out the country. Don't let him nowhere near England. And they spoke to promoters in Italy, Germany, France, and told them, look, if you let the guy in your country, you know what I mean, it's problems. And they literally banned Cartel across Europe. So this is the backlash. So let me scroll down and find out what happened. They even, and I didn't know this as well, in August last year, the Home Office also rebuked Black Uhuru. Can you believe that?
Wow. On what grounds? You know on what grounds?
The group was forced to cancel their UK tour after the Home Office issued visa. They issued their visas late. Give me a second. And it was literally on the grounds of them and their getting people to come together and fight the man.
Ah, okay. So black unity was the crime.
Right.
Encouraging black unity was the crime.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that was all cancelled and everything else. So The Voice, they go on to say that it literally has been a straightforward attack on Afrobeat artists, and it's like another circle coming back round, because they believe again Afrobeats is one of the biggest genres of the last 2-3 years, and it's causing, how can I put it, mass hysteria. And I don't want to use the words that they use in here, but it's making people come together. It's making people come together, and they don't like it. It's outplaying all the pop, all the normal genres. It's outplaying everything. It's making their children dance differently. Yeah, shall we? Let's be honest. Yeah, okay. And it's and to the point that they, you know what I mean, it gets a red flag. So that was the Voice's rough idea about the Voice's the report that I can see. But I just wanted to know, you know, is it a violin song? Is it a case of we're here, they can do it, you know, this is what this country does? Or is it time? Is it like, look, you've done this 2-3 times, it doesn't benefit anything, you know what I mean? I don't know, people's views, what do you lot think? What do you lot think?
Before we get on to everyone else's, I'm interested to hear your take on it. I haven't read the article. As you've read it, what's your take on the situation?
My take on my personal take on it is like, if someone does something wrong, it's like they literally said, like, you know, the let's say the dancehall songs of the past were very specific, yeah, and I have to say it, but to understand it, you know, when they say bun, beat man, and rare and gunshot a man, and rare. Fine, you can hear how that sounds. Do you get what I'm saying? But to me, I want to know why an Afrobeat artist, maybe I don't know the lyrics, maybe there's something they're saying in their mother tongue that I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, Afrobeat has brought back that dancing, that vibe, that thing to the club.
100%.
What is it about these artists that you want to ban them for? They're not turning around saying nothing against no sexual preference or nothing like that. They're saying, come together, I love my mother, this, that, do this dance, let's go, whatever, and I love you, and
do we
so
know
forth.
do we know what grounds? Apologies if I missed this, but do we know what grounds they have been refused entry on?
Requisite document that the Home Office turned down the application after questioning why his UK-based sponsor had so much money when they were so young. They said that numerous artists from Africa continent have had their visa applications denied, but are unwilling to speak publicly about it. So they're just blocking people and not saying nothing.
So is that the artists who are not willing to speak, or it's the Home Office?
No, the Home Office is not willing to speak about it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the refusal. Yeah, to tarnish it. Yeah. This is what it is, and this is why certain people are going to the British Embassy saying, "Come on, man, you've let this in, you've let that in, you've let, you know what I mean." Half of the festivals are American artists coming over. So what's the difference? Like, why?
Yeah, I hear you. Diesel, what's your thoughts and feelings on this, bro?
I don't know. I think a lot of it is to do with the influence it has on other genres of music, to be honest, where you'll have a lot of pop, so to call it, artists that will start making tunes on beats that sound like Afrobeats tunes, if that makes any sense.
What do you mean? Bruv, you come on, man, you know the thing. They're ripping the sound.
No, of course, no, but that's what I mean. But what I mean is, to do something like that, it's, how do I put it? It kind of halts the flood a little bit, maybe, if that makes any sense. With these artists coming over, you know, obviously you're going to have however many people go and see them. A lot of them are going to be urban, a lot of them are going to be suburban. And I think that's where I think that's where a lot of it comes. They're trying to halt that, man. Seriously, that's how I see it. I think it's just the influence that it has, and then obviously it dominating the national UK charts and all that crap. And there you go.
I would like to add, if they specifically said, after the poor lady that got crushed and lost her life and we understand the scale at which this music and blah 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 blah. So the risk of is high. If they said that, I get it, but they haven't.
It would have a little spine to it at least.
But yeah, it would have a spine to it. You get what I'm saying?
It would be a very thin spine.
Yeah, even so with something like that, you shouldn't stop somebody coming over. What you'd have to say is that, right, okay, if a promoter is going to promote an event in the UK with this genre of music, they've got to come up front with their action plan of how this is going to set up and what sort of security they're going to have, what the venue, what's the fire risk, how they're going to run the thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's got to be to a certain level, probably above and beyond what other things would normally be.
If that's even the. Well, I was just going to say that, Dave. Go ahead. I was just going to say that.
Continue. It was just that point in terms of, is it the promo or is it the venue? If you want to hire the O2, you hire the O2. You're not expected to bring your own security team.
Yeah. Or do the security detail. That's the artist is their job to come and perform, and it's the security team and the venue. They have the job of managing security and health and safety and all those kind of things.
And I don't think that would impact on the issuing of the visa. You know what I mean? Looking at the venue and the logistics at the venue, that shouldn't really impact.
One of the things that the article did state was something about the guy's age and the amount of money he had. So are they trying to say that? It kind of sounds like they're
profiling
at money laundering.
Yeah, it's a profiling thing.
Wow.
Feels like, or sounds like
anti-money laundering.
With no basis, no sort of proof that is the case.
Absolutely.
To me, kind of what Diesel was saying. To me, it sounds like a control thing where they are trying to stem the flow of Afrobeats coming over. Because I can't, from things I've listened to, it doesn't sound like a hateful genre. It doesn't sound like...
No, it's not.
You know what I mean?
But then again,
it's literally a thing to bring people together.
So, but then again, Tech, neither reggae music is also not a hateful genre of music. You understand? Correct. But you had a handful of artists who were banned as if the whole genre is the whole genre is those artists who Butch read out, they are not representative of reggae music as a whole.
But it's one genre to those that don't know it.
Yeah, and it's also those the ones that might have used the slur, the thingy word in one song out of thousands of songs, but they mentioned the one word or the slur or the negativity. So that's evidence enough. Come on, man. This is what it is. You could on someone, you could just blow on them and they're like, oh, you're aggressive. Oh my God, you're aggressive. You're blowing on me. Oh my God, you blew on me too hard. Oh, you're aggressive. This is where we are now. You can't even breathe someone.
I mean, you even take Buju, right? Because we're getting into it now. You even take Buju, who's like, if you like, the poster boy for poster for the gay community, I should say. He's the poster boy for homophobia or homophobia in dancehall, right? Now you take that man's catalogue of music, which spans 3 or 4 decades, right? Now my man, that's one song.
My man did that to blanket wrap the whole genre,
as a youth. My man did that one song as a youth, right? And that's in the early stages of his career. And a few years after that, when he found his faith as a Ras, everything that's come out since, the next how much albums was just all love, God, unity, upliftment, bun corruption, political corruption, and all that kind of thing. And above all else, God.
Yep.
That is the man's message for the vast majority of his career, and yet still that community will focus on one song. Now let me just, to be clear, at 17 or whatever it was, however old Buju was when he did that tune, he was saying nothing different to what I was saying at a similar age, right? However, how many of us on here, on screen or in the chat, are still of the same mindset and the same attitude and beliefs today as grown, independent people as we were when we were teenagers, when we were youths? How many of us would allow ourselves to be judged? How many of us would allow ourselves to be judged today based on one single thing that we did
when you were 17?
When we were 17.
Yep.
Yeah, but again, as we, I know you're 1,000% right. You're 1,000% right. It's even been proven. I've watched the documentary on TV, and I wish I remember the TV program. It had a gay guy. Gay guy was talking about how it was okay to be black and gay in London. So I started watching this program. I'm like, this is a weird documentary. Let me just watch this thing. So he's talking about how he broke onto the scene and being accepted and going out and rare. And then it came into this thing about music. And the thing about it is, and I couldn't believe it, the thing clipped over to a shot of them inside the club, and the song that they're playing is Boom Bye Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what the interesting point about that as well
let me finish. And the thing about it is when he was like, he you know when he's being interviewed and asked questions, does it bother? No, it don't bother me. It's just a song. It's nothing like that. We're not taking it seriously. We're just singing out lyrics and having fun with it. You ask a good majority of people that were supposed to be offended by it. They're not.
They're not.
They're not.
Yeah,
they're
and
not.
also,
they're not.
in fact, and then another interesting point before we start picking up some of the comments in the chat was, you some of us remember that. Boom Bye Bye on that rhythm, Boom Bye Bye was not actually the biggest tune on the rhythm.
Isn't it?
Flex was the biggest tune on the rhythm by Cobra.
Yes.
But because the gay community made such a noise and such a fuss about that tune, it propelled it into the #1 spot.
Yeah.
That was the irony of that tune. Anyway, let's pick up some of the comments in the chat. DJ Cookie says it's also down to the promoter to ensure risk assessment has been completed, and we have to remember the event at Brixton Academy. There's a thing on my screen that's blocking Cookie's message for me.
Clearly not done.
Thank you. And he also goes on to say this does not give the right to stop artists from appearing or performing. We need to know the specifics. Melly Mel says this is part of the world we're living in now. Cancel culture at the slightest little thing. Dead Bob, good evening and welcome to Dead Bob.
Dead Bob.
Oh, we haven't
Dead
formally
Bob.
welcomed into the building. Says he's just read it and said that the Home Office turned the application down after questioning why his UK-based sponsor had so much money when they were so young, and goes on to say, what's that got to do with anything? It's just straight profiling, basically. Straight profiling.
20 artists?
What's the implication there, really? What are they saying?
Yeah. Well,
that the funds that he has are from illegal
Cannot
sources.
be legitimate. Cannot be legitimate because you are a young black male. Your funds cannot be legitimate because you're a young black male.
Because of Hush Puppy, that's why.
Yeah, look at the artist Davido. His dad was a billionaire.
Yeah.
His dad is a billionaire.
Yeah.
Before he was an artist, you know what I mean. He's only ever known money, so.
So are we saying this is just another example of racial profiling?
I think what I would say is when you look at it as well,
Double-edged sword,
both the dancehall industry and the Afrobeats industry is not controlled by the big mainstream labels, the big conglomerates.
Kaboom.
A lot of them are independent.
Kaboom!
So it's like, hold on, these men are eating now. You get me? These men are
eating well.
They own everything. You know what I mean?
Let me have a piece of that.
They're independent.
Piece
They're
of that
probably
pie.
doing their own tours, booking the venues themselves, and they're wiser than a lot of the artists were back in the day. So they know how to remain self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Look at that, thinking, hold on, these men are making
Very
millions.
good point.
That's
Spiteful move
That's
by
the
the
Slow it
industry.
down.
there.
Yeah, man. Let's slow this down.
Yeah.
Are they even using
100% agree with
Ticketmaster,
different.
or are they doing it a different way? So
A lot of them are
Ticketmaster
using
and
different
Clear Channel. now
Different.
you get
There's
involved.
so many
News,
different.
That's what they
ticket
should be
people.
using.
There's a lot of those independent ticket agents.
There's a
and
lot
whatnot now,
of global independent ticket agents that you could use right now.
So the money's
I
Proper
think
contracts,
that's
insurance.
probably one of the biggest overriding things. The fact that the powers that be don't have
no
control
control.
of
Yeah.
the thing.
And,
You know what I mean? They're doing
and
their
more
own thing.
specifically, are not profiting enough
Yeah,
from
exactly.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're not getting
What's
they're not getting
interesting-
the stars of the money.
I heard a similar situation with Rock Nation. So I've heard that, and again, this is just through listening to podcasts and videos or whatever. If you're not signed to Rock Nation, it's very difficult for you to do a major tour outside of them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like
Yes.
they're kind of
Yes.
controlling the fort, as it were. Like, okay, we've got contracts with all of these venues, all the big venues. To get to them, you got to go through Rock Nation. You know what I mean? And it's kind of forcing people's hands to say the way in is to sign to Rock Nation. So they've kind of got that control.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting to continue to watch. It's probably something that we're going to come back to, as this has been happening, as we've already noted, for generations, with different genres, different types of black music. Richie Ranks made the point about hip hop artists as well being banned to come in. So it seems like an ongoing, consistent attack on black music from this country. So it's most likely one that will be revisited. But I'm interested to see how we as black creatives and artists in the music industry find ways to circumvent these attempts to kind of thwart us, because that's what we do. We are creative people. We'll find a way.
Because even if you deny the visa, even if you grant the visa, you still have to grant the work permit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So you could, the visa's kind of almost got nothing to do with it. You just don't give them a work permit. Busta Rhymes came over one time. He didn't have the work permit. So he had to go back and then come back again once they sorted out the work permit. So it's a strange one. And to do 20 artists all at once, in a sense, I don't know, were they all on the same bill or?
Well, this is it. I think
book that for a festival and then 20 artists couldn't turn up.
And I think that's what it was kind of. It was. I bet you if we really found the crux of it, it was right next to a wireless or a, you know what I mean? It was something that was going to happen near enough same day or day before or something like that. And they've gone, nah.
Richie Ranks is saying that yes, they were. So I'm assuming he's saying yes, they were on the same bill. So imagine that whole show. Whole show.
Exactly.
Written off.
What'll be interesting is because what's that one in Portugal? Afro Nation is in Portugal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the biggest European Afro dance. Well, I'm assuming it is. Would they have the same issue getting into Portugal? You know, is it like a blanket? Is it going to be a blanket? No.
Most likely not. Most likely not.
That's why Afro Nation's in Portugal.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nothing to do with that.
Yeah. So, and I think maybe that's one of the responses that we might see is that artists are just going to stop coming here. They're going to look to go to other places to perform, which means the UK audience is going to lose out, or you're going to have to travel over to Portugal or wherever as standard to go and see your favorite artists.
It's going that way. It's going that way. Who was it? Was it Frick the other day said, you didn't want to come to London to see a certain one, you'd rather go Amsterdam or Wu-Tang or whatever. It's going to get that way. And even cost of moving and getting around and doing stuff, you might also say, wait a minute, I can get a £70 flight to Paris. Let me just go and watch them man there in Paris. I'm done.
Make a proper event of it.
I'm done. Why am I coming down to London and spending £300 parking, this, that, moving, where? I might as well fly to Paris, get on a train and go watch my favourite group.
And DJ Cookie makes a good point that the travelling actually adds to the experience. It would be a good experience to travel as well.
This is what I'm saying.
And better weather.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That's our response then. That's our response. We're heading in that direction. That's going to be the future. Yeah, man.
I definitely
Fun
think
the
so.
UK. All
It's
right.
going to be like that.
All right. As time is against us, people, in the interest of time, we are going to move on to section 2, if that's okay, unless anybody's got anything burning. Yes, Butch?
Thank you to everyone that participated in this section. I saw the link and we've talked about it, and I love the comments. Thank you.
Boom.
Respect. And thank you to all the messages in the chat. Please keep them coming. We try and get through as many as we can. If we can't read them all out directly, then we'll at least try and throw them up on screen. All right. So thank you to all the messages, and thanks to Richie Ranks for the fact check as well about. Thanks for the fact check, Richie Ranks, about all the artists being on the same bill together. All right, we move.
What's up, people? This is your boy Omar saying you're watching the Real Soundcheck podcast.
boom. Oh, lovely. We came back just as somebody was drawing up their nose. Lovely.
You see Dead Bob's comment.
Yeah, it's Dead Bob's
Doesn't
comment.
the music sound better in the drizzle?
In the drizzle.
So
No.
it's like, allow Wembley Stadium, man. Just come to
No.
Boston Town Hall. That's what you want.
Outside in the rain in the R&B.
We're not feeling you. We're not feeling you. All right. Section 2. Dave Knight.
Yes.
I'm going to hand over to you, brother. You can kind of break this section down about producers and their accreditation. What we're saying?
Yeah, it was just an idea in terms of the way that music's evolved over the years. Do producers get enough credit or do they get too much credit? Do we give too much credit to the super producers or do we not give enough credit to the real producers who have been playing instruments themselves, writing and everything? What do you guys reckon in terms of your favorite 3 producers and whether or not they get enough credit or not? Because you may have some producers where, you know, you produce tracks for some really, really key artists, but they just don't really get the credit that some others do. So I was kind of thinking that we could go around 3 producers that you rate at least, you know. You might want to name some more, maybe the tracks that they have produced as well that are really dear to you, and whether you think they get enough credit or not.
Okay. Wow. All right. Are you gonna start, or are you gonna pass the baton already?
Let's pass the baton. I think. I think we go from the top. So Butch Cassidy's there. Yes.
All right.
Let's.
Good evening to before you start, Butch, we're going to say good evening to Ramsing Hamilton. Good evening, Ramsing Hamilton, in the building. Good evening, welcome in. I think that's a new name. Good evening, Ramsing Hamilton. Platts says no.
These people.
Straight away he says no. DJ Cookie says I love them all if they are banging out good work. Simple.
Yeah.
Butch, what are you saying?
I need to kick my housing people. Then the damp is coming through, right, Ross Clark? Anyway, sorry. Producers.
3 that you like, that you rate.
Let's that I rate. Timbaland.
Boom.
Dangerous. One of the most dangerous producers on this planet. I don't care what anyone says.
Heavily inspired by Jungle, by the way.
Yeah, by who?
Well,
Jungle
that's
music.
how-
Yeah.
his style,
Well,
innit?
jungle music,
Reggae as
Eastern
well, I
European music. He knows how to intricately just take enough to make it his own, but then is inspired by it. I'm going to have to say Richard Sticky Forbes.
Okay.
I think creating tracks like Miss Dynamite Boo. What else? What else did he do? He done Triplets. He done Pac-Man. He
the
done
Kelly LaRock song.
the Kelly LaRock.
Ladies
The
More
Kelly
Fire
LaRock.
one.
More Fire.
Stush.
Everything you're hearing. When
Tubby T like Richard Ranks.
Tubby
yeah,
T,
yeah, the
tune
Tubby
he done
T.
with Omar's.
Oh my God! When that guy's ear for just intricately making music and playing the keys himself, and I'm sitting in his living room and he's like, what's this like? And I'm like, blood? You know what I mean? He's just sitting there and going, oh, we took this young MC to thingy, whatever the rave was called back then, and she got the mic and she was all right, but look, I've got her on that. Have a listen to this. And who is it? Miss Dynamite. I said, give me that. Let me go press it. And he goes, yeah, but bring back the DAT. So I was one of the first people to allow to go and press it, but I had to bring back the DAT. Third
DAT,
producer.
for anyone who doesn't know, is the old version.
Is a tape that you go and cut your own dub plate version before the original press release. The original releases come out. You can cut it off of a DAT and make your own dub plate.
So it's a digital audio tape.
Digital audio tape, yeah, that's what it is. Third producer. Ooh, third producer. That's hard.
Should we come back to you?
Yeah, I really need to nail down my third. There's too many, but go on.
All right.
But wasn't there a question afterwards? Did you say, and why
Do they get
are
enough
they?
credit?
Do they get
Or
enough
do they
credit?
get too much credit?
No, I think Timbaland's music speaks for himself in the sense of, oh, sorry, we're forgetting the stuff that he done with Justin Timberlake as well, and you know what I mean, like he's just sick. And I think when you get to that level of producing bangers, it's not like people don't have to speak about you. Your music speaks for itself in that respect. Richard Sticky Forbes, he didn't get enough praise for what he done. He didn't get enough praise because Garage was out. But then, as we also know, and we've spoken about it many times, there's the commercial side which gets ripped into the charts and so forth. Right. So he came up with his own sound within the genre of garage. You know what I mean? And I think
it's only him and Wiley that managed to do that, isn't it?
Yeah, literally within a genre of garage stroke grime and whatever.
Yeah,
it's literally him, Wiley, and you have to give a bit to Dizzy. You know what I mean? That literally created sounds. You had remixers that could play music. You know. Matt Jam Lamont and whatever, they did their own remixes. Carl Tough Enough Brown, they did their own remixes and had their own sounds. Booker T, very dangerous guy, he's another dangerous producer. That's what's going through my head.
But even out of all those names, really, it was only Carl Tough Enough Brown and Booker T that really got their props for that.
Like
to answer the question, out of that little genre there.
Really Booker T got Grammy nominated, you know what I mean, for his sound, you know what I mean. So it's
jeez, I think. Oh, sorry. I'm distracted by some of the wonderful producers that are coming up in the chat. Cookie's killing me. Cookie's killing me.
Tall Black Guy is a beast.
Before that, Dookie's got Ninth Wonder in there. Ninth Wonder. Teddy Riley, Ray Hayden. Omar as well. Even just Omar doesn't get enough credit for his production.
No,
as well, you know.
Does anyone follow Ninth Wonder on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you see the stuff that he put up recently of how he made certain songs and what he was listening to, the tiny little bit of a sample, just a and he'd go and make a whole big Mary J. Blige remix and this and that and it's tiny little samples. Of going in, he's a beast.
No, I love that, man. Just said don't overthink it. It's like for me as someone that's kind of in the field of producing a little bit, it's great to hear them kind of talk from them big producers there.
So who's yours, Diesel? Why you're giving us your take? Who are your top three?
Honestly, I'm sitting here thinking about it now. Like at the moment, like Timbaland's literally the only one that came to my head.
Exactly.
I do like.
He's a beast.
Yeah, for the time, I got a big up man like Trevor. Ignorance. When they were banging
big. Oh, don't play around.
I got a big up Ignorance.
Don't play around with the Ignorance remix sound.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
They were dominating remixes properly.
Yeah.
For
real. You have to come back to me on that. I'm still thinking because there's so many, man.
So there's another 3 for you. Okay, cool. Shall we go to tech?
Yeah, man, I don't mind. As a hip hop head, you got to go Dilla, innit? You know what I mean? You're not going to say Dilla. First thing out my mouth is going to be Dilla. You know what I mean? It's got to be. I was just jotting down a couple of names, man. I'm thinking people like Dilla they were able to jump onto many different types of beats. You know what I mean? They could go from like hard hip hop to kind of like a mellow, soulful kind of hip hop to an R&B kind of flex, but still have that bounce and make you go. The drum patterns and just you know what I mean. You can't not nod your head. You can't, mate. You can't.
Yeah. Shout out Platts. I think I'm gonna have to agree with that with RZA. Yeah, for real. Dilla, I'd say Tall Black Guy's got to be up there as well.
Yes, you know what I mean? Man, that guy is a dirty boy. I swear
as a hip hop head again, I'd have to say people like Nuts Raw, and Diamond D. Two of my favourite producers for hip hop, man. Nuts. When you hear Nuts' drums, you can know a Nuts tune straight away.
I'm gonna be an ignorant person. What's a nut? Give me one.
What, Nuts? I can play you some, man. Do you know if you even know
he's
it,
done a lot for Busta Rhymes.
He's produced for a lot of different people.
Rich Harrison, is it? Who done that A. Marie track?
Yeah.
Rich Harrison, the burnt.
Listen, brother, that man and his drum.
Brandy.
What?
I mean, not Brandy.
Oh my gosh.
A. Marie.
Yeah, he did A. Marie and he did.
And then I think if you go into like,
he done a few Beyonce tracks as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
I'm listening to like a lot of
Tony Braxton as well.
Yeah.
Broken
Sorry,
beat
go on,
type
Tech.
of, broken beat type of stuff like Katie Tatum and
Hey, yes.
you know what I mean?
For Hero.
Mark Mack and them come guys, man. Tough, mate. Tough. Yeah,
It's a hard question to answer because it's kind of like a era defining thing, innit? You have to have kind of what's your three for this era and this genre, and you can't just pick three producers.
Too many.
That's the thing. So it's like minimum of 3, but you know, it could be something we revisit again another time.
No, Platts put a shot there.
There's some great
Teddy,
names coming
Teddy
up.
Riley. He come up with his own. Again, when you've got your own sound, that's where you tip it over for me. Like Teddy Riley and that New Jack Swing sound.
You know what? I tell you what, Dave, can we go to Grown Folks?
That's what I was thinking. You know?
Can we go to Grown Folks?
We got to go to
I want to go to Grown Folks, man.
essence.
Yeah, man. I want to hear what Grown Folks got to say on this, man.
I'm gonna write these
Too
down.
many. It's too many.
You lot talking about babies?
Yeah,
Too
man.
many. It's too many.
I see somebody put Quincy in the
We can
chat.
start. We can start with Burt Bacharach.
Hey, rest in
We can
peace,
talk
the
about
legend.
Quincy Jones. We can talk about Dexter Wanzel, Raphael Sadiq, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Prince.
Yes.
For real.
Platts put Prince as well.
Yeah. So I mean, all of those. It's just. I think it's more like what you guys said earlier. What era?
Yeah.
Carl McIntosh, Albie Shore, all of those guys. Darkchild. You know, you got to give him his respect too. Babyface.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But there's certain people that just put out such a mad volume of music, a big range. But then there's also people that may not put out the volume, but anything that they put out, you'll check for straight away. Or I do. If I see certain people put out something, straight away I'm on it. You know what I mean?
There was another guy. There was another guy named Stevie Wonder or something like that.
I heard good things about him, man. I heard
there was Maurice White. Yeah, he did a couple of things.
Yeah. Some Dirt Breezing. What was the name of this group? Dirt Breezing.
Something like that. Windy Fires or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the one.
Dirt Breezing Heat.
Dirt Breezing Heat.
That's the one.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it is a thing where it is era kind of defining as well, because one that's just popped into my head is Graham Gouldman, and he's from 10cc if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So you may not know some of the tracks, but he actually produced all of the songs on one of my favorite films of all time, animated films of all time, Animal Olympics, and every song is just gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
You know what I mean? So time is going to be needed to properly get this down. But I thought it would be interesting because I was someone who didn't necessarily follow the artists. I would follow the producers. Right. So it's like, who produced this? Oh, okay, I'm more than likely going to like this. That's kind of where I was going. Yeah. So I would pay more attention to who was producing it. Maybe the songwriter as well sometimes, but more who's producing it as well. But it's nice to hear grown folks giving us the source, the essence of what it was the producers came from, because many people will be sampling those producers.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
To get their sound.
For real.
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye, Nicolay.
Oh, Nicolay. Did you say Nicolay?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, that just made my shiver. Nicolay. Dangerous. Oh my God, sorry, Nicolay.
Richie Ranks has just made a good point. He says that it's harder to give the props now, as the credits are not as easily available.
True.
That's a very good point.
There was nothing better than opening up that CD cover and doing what it was, or flipping the now you got to scroll and scroll and
that's what made me start to look at producers, was lying on my bed reading the credits, you know what I mean, of the cassettes, and reading the credits and saying, so mix, arrange, produce, executive producing, and then you start to see patterns like, okay, so that's the same guy who done that. and then you, like you said, you
You
begin
can
to
start
follow.
recognize things. You can recognize patterns. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And you
When I
recognise
first
it.
worked out who DJ Premier was, I was like, "Oh, this guy is deadly."
And then as soon as you hear a beat, you hear a
You
primo
don't
beat,
even,
you know
you don't
it's
even
primo,
need
innit?
exactly.
You know
No
it's
tags.
Exactly.
No tags.
for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
You
you're
hear
gonna start
it,
to
you know
work
it.
out their government names as well.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it,
Cams, you
yeah.
made the same point, saying that it's not as easy to find the producers as it used to be.
Yeah,
now
facts.
you need to search for the information.
Facts.
That's why more of them
Big
are starting
facts.
to put their names on their productions, isn't
Yeah, and that's it. This is why you.
DJ Khaled!
Mike Will made it.
Another one!
Another one.
and
Another one!
So the
And it's
question
because
was,
they all sound the same. That's why.
yeah, the question was, do you think
for real.
that producers get the props that they are deserving?
The ones that
we
should
think?
do.
I
ones
think
that
the
should
industry knows who they are.
I
Yeah.
think they do. I think producers are a lot more than before. I think they
Well,
get the props.
Isn't
I
there
think
this thing
I
with
think it fluctuates.
Sorry, go on for it. Go on.
Yeah, because when this question came through, I put some effort into this, and it was difficult. It was tough, man. So you know, my list fluctuates, and a lot of people have said this already. Like you've got the best, then you've got your best, then you've got the best from each era, then you've got your favourites that could be at the time.
Yes.
Then you've got like who influenced me the most.
Yes.
Then it was like, but who's the most influential?
Ah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Who's the
yeah.
most creative, and then who's the most successful?
Yes.
You know,
And how
so-
are you measuring success? What
Exactly.
barometer are you using to measure
Exactly.
success?
Grammys, money,
Yeah.
whatever. So you got all those categories, and underneath that, he's like, okay, I'd put him there, I'd put him there, I'd put him there.
Barry White.
So-
Yes.
Hurt me.
Oh, Cookie.
What as a producer?
Yeah,
Yes.
man. What?
What?
You what?
The Love Unlimited Orchestra? Come on, son.
Yeah, but was it
And
like
this is it.
you know
You've
like
got the
the
different
film, you
types
know
of
like the
producer.
film producer, like you just
Oh,
throw
no.
money out here, you're a producer.
Sorry. Friction. Sorry, we interrupted your point. Sorry.
Yeah,
Go on.
sure,
Go on.
We'll bring it back. We'll bring so that's a follow-on. What the producer does. Do you get me? So most of those on my list are push button, beat drum. They're that type of hands-on producer, not you play that and you play that.
Yeah.
So if I had to whittle it down to my list and like who influenced me the most and who are my favorites, it's going to be DJ Premier, Reza, Q-Tip, Pete Rock, and Timbaland. Those are like my. If my
see
hand
that-
was forced, that's it.
Lord.
But then moving on, I've got to say Goldie. I've got to say Dillinger. I've got to say Ronnie Size. I've got to say Mantronics.
Yeah.
I've got to say
Mantronics.
Marley Marl.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've got to say Alchemists.
Preach.
Habit, Heatmakers.
Yeah.
Beat Miners.
Oh.
The Bomb Squad.
Oh, it was three, bro. It was three. We wanted three.
He had
Talk
300.
the things,
I just
talk the
looked
things.
down here and I thought, yeah, man, boom, 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 boom. Marley Marl, them man. Like you
Talk
said,
the
Nuts
things.
Bink. I can't even name individuals, just DITC and whatever's
Yeah,
in
the
there.
whole of it.
Just
The whole of
DITC.
DITC. Yeah, man.
Daz Dillinger. You get me? High Tech, Just Blaze, Large
So
Professor,
many, man. So
DJ
many.
Muggs, No ID,
Yeah.
Salam
Do you feel
Reme,
that these guys get the
Eric
credit?
Sermon.
Do you
Eric
think these guys
Sermon,
get the
Organised
credit
Noise.
that they
Yes.
deserve, as Dave
Yeah,
said?
man.
Good.
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
Good.
I do. But like I said, it fluctuates. Because remember, there was a time where Marley Marl was the man.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
Primo was the guy.
Yeah.
Q-Tip was the guy. Pete Rock was the guy. They got their credit. But then kind of the level of super producer then came in. So it was like your Timberlands, your Pharrells, big disgusting crossover names.
Oh,
Them-
let's not talk
them man
about
didn't really
Neptunes.
fully cross over. Where
Somebody already mentioned. Sorry, go
Pharrell
on.
and Timberland had the top 40 on lock.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But then it started
Yes.
to teeter off again, and it was like, you know, some no-name producers have got hits on the charts. Like, who's this? You know what I mean? Especially like in the UK, there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of producers in the UK who you probably don't
lot.
know. You probably,
Hey.
unless you go and look, you're not gonna know.
Yo, Croc. Remember we were talking about Jules Baby the other day.
Oh yes.
For a
yes.
man with production, he's
Yeah.
got some serious like.
Yeah. Yep.
Man.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't stay out of that. I can't stay out of his catalog.
Yeah.
I'm always drawing for him these days in my sets. You know, so
Yeah,
letting that
100%.
Friday again. You know, it was just
Yeah,
just
exactly.
like I'm not even thinking. I'm just always drawing Jules in my selection.
Madlib.
One of the
But
things about
I
Barry
didn't-
White.
Jeez, Madlib. I forgot
Rock
about Madlib.
Marciano.
Oh,
Ski Beats. No ID.
Goes on. This goes on. Grown folks, you were about to say something about
Oh,
Barry
yeah.
White, I think.
One of the things about Barry White, he was forced to sing. He wasn't a singer. They
Right.
made him sing. He was a producer.
Oh.
Oh wow! So it's producer
I heard about
first.
Yep.
yeah.
Wow!
They
I didn't
forced
know
him
that.
to sing. He was not. had no intention of being a singer.
Wow!
No way.
Look at that. And then that's the thing he's remembered for the most.
That's what he's remembered for the most. That deep voice.
Wow!
Oh baby.
What I thought was interesting, going back to
Easy,
the
fam.
credits,
Easy,
Oh, baby.
easy.
going back to the credits is before it was a man's job. A man was named as arrangements. That's fallen away now,
Yeah.
you know. Like that role has kind of fallen away. It's just been consumed by the producer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where before it was like you had the producer and then you had the arranger, and it was a man's job to sit there and say, boom, that. And I think that's what Barry White was good at as well. Barry White's arrangements, it's bad.
Oh,
His orchestration was
yeah.
monstrous.
man.
Ridiculous.
Bad.
Ridiculous.
Monstrous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Platz, we did mention Prince.
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know I
definitely
brought
mentioned
Prince up.
Of course. Of course. Sorry, Dave.
No, I was. What was it? It's gone.
Okay, he'll come back. He'll come back. He'll come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huff and Gamble. Boom.
Big up.
But,
Go on.
oh, there was a bit of an unpopular opinion in the chat from DJ Cookie.
Cookie, yes.
Oh,
Let me
that's
put it up.
Timberland.
Let's put it up. Let's put it up. He says, it's lovely listening to you guys. Love this show, but I'm going to put it out there. Timberland does not get in my top 10.
Oh
Sorry.
my God!
I'm not mad at it.
I
But at the end of the day, hold on.
Personal top 10 will be my
I'm
That's
personal.
not mad
fine.
at him. I'm
That's
not
Hold
mad
on,
at him.
Tech. Hold on, Tech. Did you say the same thing? Do you agree with
Yeah,
that?
it wouldn't be in mine, but he's a monster, but it wouldn't be in mine. You know, there's too
He's not
many.
in mine either. Yeah.
He's not
Me
in mine,
neither,
but it's not
actually.
bad. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, no, how dare you, you know.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He wouldn't be in my
very
top
dare
10
you.
either.
And that's what I'm saying. So, but it depends on the top 10. Is it your favorite? Is it the best? Is it the most
Yeah.
influential? Is it?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? All time.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it depends on
it's
what
true.
top 10
Yeah,
it is.
If you did it-
the ones I named were ones personal to me, not
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
the most
Because if you did it
successful.
about money or numbers, some people wouldn't even get anywhere near the top 10
Yeah,
like
you'd be
Timberland.
talking people like Dr. Dre
You
and
know what I mean?
all the time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Timberland
Yeah.
wasn't even on my list at all.
Yeah,
No.
I wouldn't have him on my list either. You know, to be honest. So I'm
He's
not mad.
good.
I'm not mad with Cookie for that. Yeah, he's got some monsters. He's got some
Yeah.
of my favorite tunes are Timberland joints. But if we're having a conversation about my favorite producers, he's not going to be. I don't know if he's going to make it into my top 10. I doubt it. He's going to make it into my top 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And coming in
He
at
didn't
number
make my top
97.
10. He didn't make my top 10.
None of my favorite
I
tunes
think
are
he
Timberland.
easily
Certainly not
makes,
my top 3 because Dave said top 3. He's definitely
Yeah.
not making my top 3.
he
Top three's gonna
easily
be
makes
tough.
the top 10 for me. Easily.
three is tough.
Very
He'll make the top 10 for
Walks
me.
in.
He was just like
Easily.
literally the first name that came to my head when I thought about
First
the
name. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
This is just boom straight in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because from
Catalogue.
back
Probably an
in.
era
But
thing as
Robbie,
well.
Sly
That's an
and
era
Robbie.
thing.
Sly and Robbie,
Yeah.
boy.
Now this is going into my lanes. When you start
Okay.
talking about Sly and Robbie, this is going into my lane.
I don't know too much Pachinga.
So, yeah, is it only me left to go?
Oh, is that James Candy?
Yeah.
James, welcome in.
Yes,
James.
Is James
Yeah,
in
man.
here? Easy,
Yeah, man, I think
James.
so.
Salute, brother. Bless, bless,
good
bless,
points you
bless,
made
bless.
there,
What's up, sir?
The game changers. Timberland was a game changer.
Timberland was a game changer, but for me, one of the reasons why he doesn't make it up there for me is because his early stuff, I could tell, especially the stuff he did for Missy, Genuine. As soon as you heard a Timberland beat, you knew it was him.
Yeah.
And that was something that I didn't like about a producer. When, like, one of the things I really liked about Dre, and respected about Dre, is that his variety of sound. I would hear a tune and not know that it was a Dr. Dre beat.
You can
There was
smell a
no-
Dre beat.
Well, I couldn't.
I would. Yeah.
I couldn't.
So what
There
about
was-
Primo?
Primo, yes, you could. Primo's got a sound that you know
Yeah.
Primo.
Yeah.
But I just got bored of Timbaland's sound, especially when he teamed up with Pharrell and Nelly and stuff. He just lost me there.
It's
But
not
when he
even
did
the
when he
Pharrell-
did Missy
Man said
stuff,
Nelly.
I like that. I mean Nelly Furtado, not
Nelly
not that
Furtado. Oh,
That's what
yeah.
No eagles were got on.
No.
Thank you very much.
No.
There's
But
no
anyway,
eagles around here.
Producers for me, favorite producers for me would be definitely Dilla is in there. I would have to put Carl McIntosh in there because I think when you talk about defining and creating a new sound, Loose Ends defined a whole era, a whole generation with their sound. I would have to say as well King Jammies for me, and who else?
I was gonna say nobody mentioned Jazzy B.
Jazzy B wouldn't be. I wouldn't have him as one of my. I wouldn't have him as one of my favorite producers.
No.
I might have Jazzy Jeff is one of my personal favorite producers. Ninth Wonder, I'd have to agree with Cookie. Ninth Wonder is definitely in there with me, and Pete Rock. Jazzy, I've mentioned Jazzy Jeff already. I think they would be my favorites. Yeah, I think for reggae, definitely King Jammies. King Jammies was like I used to go in a record store and just buy anything that was on the Jammies label, and that's how you know when someone's you really love that production. When you would just say, "Give me anything, whatever that's on their label," and you're gonna love it.
Jazzy is a thief. Wow.
Which Jazzy?
Yeah, man.
Which Jazzy?
What?
Jazzy
Probably B.
Jazzy B, yeah, Jazzy G.
I'd have to also add. I'd have to add Teddy Riley to this as well, and the reason was because when I watched the verses with him and Babyface, again, this is the thing about producers not getting the props because there was so many tunes in that verses, Babyface too, that I did not know were their tunes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Teddy Riley produced "I Want Her," Keith Sweat's "I Want Her" and stuff like that. I had no idea.
Was that the verses where you had the hype man dancing in the background? Was that the verses?
That's the one where he disconnected his Wi-Fi to go get his instrument.
That killed me, man.
Too much of everything.
Brutal, boy.
I'm gonna be doing the most.
Someone says if doing the most was a thing, was a person.
Do you know what? I don't know who the main producer was for the Ariwa. Who was does anybody know who the main producer was for the Ariwa label? It was Mad Professor, I think. Mad Professor was the main producer for. No, Large Professor was hip hop. Mad Professor, Mad Professor was Ariwa reggae label right here in the UK, and there was so many wicked reggae tunes that came out on. Thank you, Richie Ranks. Yes, it was Mad Professor on the Ariwa label here in the UK. Bad.
That's Richie Ranks' cousin, apparently.
Oh, for real? Okay,
Nice.
so then Richie knows. Then who you never mention him, Richie? I want to you. You disrespect the family. So yeah, Mad Professor, Ariwa label. I think they would have to be my favorite producers. I'm not sure who produces Burning Spears music, but being one of my favorite artists, I don't know if he does a lot of the production or not. But yeah, there's some of my favorites. I think Dilla would definitely be in my top 3.
Did you
And
mention Isaac Hayes?
no, I don't think anybody mentioned Isaac Hayes. I think we were just leaving all of that era to grown folks. So we'll just pass that on to grown folks. Pass that on to grown folks.
Anything up to like
Isaac Hayes,
1983.
Curtis Mayfield, yeah, all of them.
Wow.
All of that.
Yeah. But yeah, some great points made, especially about it being harder to find out who the producers are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how can you really give them their flowers if you don't even know who they are?
That's it.
I mentioned
If you're on
old Kanye.
Spotify-
I mentioned old Kanye. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Kanye.
Okay.
I said Alchemist as well. I said Havoc and Alchemist.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Producers
That's one thing I don't
are-
like about Spotify is it's inconsistent. It's almost
Right.
like it's optional whether you put that information in, which I don't think
Yes.
is right.
Okay.
I think that should almost reflect whatever the PRS says or whatever, when it's registered, it should reflect that on
getting
Spotify.
messy.
It is, isn't it, grown? Donny Hathaway. Cookie's not ramping.
Yo, Cookie, man.
Cookie's not ramping.
So what has Donny Hathaway produced?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I don't know. I'm not too
Your
sure.
folks just said,
That means see me after
that's how
class.
you know.
I'll talk to you after this session.
I let you slide with Barry White. Now we getting disrespectful.
Do you know what?
My song.
It's 10:30. It's 10:30. We're gonna have to do that in detention.
So there's no answer. That's right. I'll Google it.
I'll just
Google it while you
quickly
Look up
run
the
through
Christmas song. Yeah.
a couple of
Little ghetto
mine.
boy. Was that him?
Yeah, that
So-
was Donny Hathaway. That was Donny Hathaway.
Look up
This
Roberta
Christmas.
Flack. Yeah, look up Roberta Flack. Look up Donny Hathaway.
Are you
and
doing
you
what,
can
the
start from
originals or they did covers?
No, man, you're talking about Donny Hathaway, man.
Originals.
Are we gonna need to move on because this is
Yeah.
take that. Yeah, we need to move on. 'Cause these messages in the chat, they're not happy.
Cookie, man.
They're not happy.
Take that one offline.
They're not happy.
You know them Zoom calls. Shall we take this one offline? You know the Zoom ones.
I just want to
let's
mention
draw
a
a line
few
under
of
that
the
one. Let's
ones
draw a
that
line
I.
You look to be as happy as everything, but nobody said nothing. Nobody
I said,
actually
man, I
backed
says
it and said what.
Little ghetto boy. I know he produced
Yeah, and the
that.
Christmas song.
Yeah.
Conrad gave you the.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, sorry.
This Christmas.
Yeah,
It's all
I
right.
see.
It's
I
all
told
right.
you.
You did almost the whole show. You did almost the whole show.
Hour and 26 minutes.
Yeah, man.
Not
You
bad.
did well, man. You did well.
Dave, you were just about to say that people mentioned some of your favorites. I think.
Yeah, I was just going to reel off a few of my favorites before we slide into the next section. So there, Timbaland, you have Rodney Darkchild Jerkins, you have Vidal Thomas and Andre Harris, you have Anyone from a Touch of Jazz, Brian Alexander Morgan, DJ Scratch, did a lot of stuff for Busta Rhymes, Easy Mo B.
And EPMD.
Easy Mo B,
Easy
bad
Mo
boy.
B,
Ooh,
Beast,
yeah, man.
responsible for some of our favorites.
Yeah.
Chucky Thompson is from Bad Boy, and
Chucky
Brian
Thompson.
Michael
Puffy Dave
Cox
got a
as
mention.
well. Brian Michael Cox is another one that I often reached for when he dropped something. But it's been a great session. Appreciate everyone in the chat putting their ones in there as well. It's been a great.
Man, there was a lot, mate. There was a lot.
section. And
Yeah.
probably have to
Yeah.
revisit, like you say, in a different way.
Definitely.
In terms of success and all the things that that Friction outlined, the different ways we can approach
And
this.
Scratch Professor, he does some of Omar's stuff as well.
Cookie's killing us.
Scratch
Cookie's
Professor,
taking liberties,
yes.
man.
Cookie's killing us.
Cookie's
mate.
taking liberties.
Cookie's killing us.
Nah, man. Trying to move on, Cook, man. We're trying to
Yeah.
move on, bro.
You got to throw in some Roy
Lord
Ayers
of
now.
mercy.
If you don't do it, Lonnie Lister, you got to throw some Roy Ayers.
yes.
And
Yes.
Donald Byrd. And okay, let's
Oh gosh.
Come on, man.
Oh.
Put some sexy graphics on Move, man. Move.
Oh. Okay. All right.
As we move.
As we move.
Oh,
And
it's the
yeah.
Bob
Let's throw in-
James,
let's-
oh my God.
Damn, Bob. How did nobody mention Bob James?
Bob James, you know. The most
tell
hip
us.
hop old white man of
get
all
me.
time.
Yeah.
Oh
The
gosh.
most hip hop old white man of all
Rubens.
time.
Oh
Bob
my
James.
days. Bob James, you know.
Bob James, man.
Yo, we're slipping.
Before there was a Rick Rubin, man.
We are
I
slipping.
flip dip James like Rick Rubin.
Oh, good grief. All right, thanks a lot for this section, people. Thank you for all the messaging. We got to lock this off, otherwise we're going to be here until 11 o'clock just on this alone. All right, so stick with us, people. We're going for a little extended break, and then we will be back on the other side with the premiere of the real Soundcheck dubplate video.
Soundcheck.
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 Soundcheck. You're plating on your neck.
Hi, I'm Junior Giscombe, and you're watching The Real Soundcheck Podcast.
Hi, this is Carl McIntosh from the group Loose Ends, and you are watching the Real Soundcheck Podcast.
What's up, people? This is the boy Omar saying you're watching the Real Soundcheck Podcast.
Wow. Okay, we are back. We are back. Can you still hear me good? Can you hear me good?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Welcome back. We are the Real Soundcheck podcast. In case you never know, let me show you. Boom! You see that? Kaboom! Soundcheck. Let me show you again. Kaboom! You see that? Soundcheck. Yeah. Let me show you again. Kaboom! Soundcheck. Lord have mercy. Hey. Yeah, I would love to be able to do that, but I can't find mine, so I get a boo. I get a boo. All right. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here. We see the numbers in this thing going up every week, and it's a joy to see so many people coming in and enjoying the session. I just got a phone call in that break. I've just mashed up someone's whole evening because they're about to watch a film, and from they locked onto this, it was just like it was all over. They've been with us. They've been with us ever since. So big respect. Big respect. All right, so this is the moment that a lot of you have been waiting for. It's 25 to 11. We're a bit behind schedule, but most of you will know the story already. Friction.
Michi's still waiting for hers, you know.
Yeah, Friction, one of our favorite producers.
I was gonna, you see,
For real.
Yeah.
I meant to do that at the end of the last section, you know, and I got sidetracked with Cookie's niceness in the chat. Good evening to Ayola in the building. Good evening, Ayola. Welcome in. If you just come, you've missed a lot, but good to see you.
Catch the replay.
Yep, definitely gonna have to catch the replay on this one. No Matrini. You just don't. What is it with Matrini?
It's part of the brand.
I'm telling you. All right, so most of you know the story already. We were doing the flips, all right?
Oh, my God.
We were doing the flips, and Friction did we did the Bergerac flip one day, and Friction did his, and then he, with his bright self, decided to go and put 16 bars on his flip, all right? And came and dropped that on one of these sessions. I don't remember what episode it was. And then Ian Brett. And then I think he called out Tech to put a 16 on it as well.
Right.
So Tech being Tech had to respond.
Got 24 hours.
Yeah. Came back with 16 bars
The
and
very
put it
next
on the
week.
ting. Yes.
Very
Next week.
Which then put pressure on the rest of the brothers to do the same. Then the following
Pressure
week,
makes diamonds.
the cat were really set among the pigeons when grown folks and Dave came with
Unexpectedly.
16s.
But
wait.
Hold on. If it was unexpectedly for you, Dave, think how unexpected it was for us when we heard you're 16 and grown folks with a 16 as well.
And me
So,
and
of
Dave
course-
didn't talk to each other either. We didn't plan it.
Right. So
It
then
was a
there
surprise
was
to both of you as well.
there was no choice left for Butch, Diesel, and myself. It was like, well, we ain't gonna be the ones left out around here. So at the end of it, we all came out with a tune, and then we decided that this tune, the only thing that would top this off would be if we did a video to this tune as well. So we have now done that, which we're about to show it to you. Before I do that, just to remind you, if you have anything that you'd like us to discuss or any topics you'd like us to cover, please drop us an email at reachalttv@gmail.com. The email is flashing across the bottom of your screen right about now. That's reachalttv@gmail.com. If you'd like to participate in the show or there are any topics that you would like to hear us talk about, all right, just drop us an email and we will pick up on that, all right?
Can I just
Yes, sir.
let
Yes,
you
you
know
can.
that it was episode 13 that the Bergerac flips started, apparently.
Wow, it's a long time ago, man.
Wow.
That was a long time ago.
Wow.
14 episodes ago.
So, yeah, this is the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to show you the video.
Strap up your seatbelts.
Yep, let me stop this music.
Because none of us have seen this yet, you know. None of us have seen this.
Yeah,
Apart
that's
from Croc.
Yeah, Nobody's seen it. All the people have been trying. They've been trying.
Yeah. And
to see this
just
thing.
let them know how it was done as well, because the same way we went away and done our own bars.
Yes.
It was okay. The only time we came together collectively was at the live raid train we done earlier on in the year.
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
Other than that, everyone just independently was like, yeah, right. You got a week. Go and record your videos.
That's
do
it.
what you do. Use your phone. Whatever you've got to go and record your videos.
That's it. That's it.
So what you're getting now is first taping together of that or
That's it.
together of that.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
and
man.
I literally gave everybody 1 week to do it. 1 week. Send me a video 1 week.
No
all right?
budget.
Yeah, and thank you as well. We got. You know what? We'll talk about the process afterwards.
yeah.
We'll talk about the process afterwards. But for now, I think let's just get into it. All right.
So buzzing.
All right.
Go. Let's get it. Go.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hold
Full
on.
volume, man. Full volume business.
Full volume. Full volume.
Yeah, man.
All right.
throw it.
Hold on.
Oh, I hear
I want to
this.
get this. All right, I'm gonna do full screen. Please, no noise while we're playing the video. No noise.
No
Let's just let it run.
wheel-ups.
Let's let no wheel ups.
That's just already got one.
We're just gonna let it run. We are just gonna let it run. All right, for the first time, we are just gonna let it run through. Okay, I'm gonna full screen it.
And mute us.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you all as well. All right, so here we go.
You best mind out. Watch yourself. Whole family, whole TV. Real sound check, real sound check. You best watch out when we come. Mind yourself. Yo, watch out when we come. When we come, watch out when we come. When we come, watch out when we come. When we come, watch out when we come. The real sound check, you ain't heard Mr. Brown yet. Make your head swing like I put a noose around neck. Bergerac sample flip upside down yet. This ain't deep waters now, you ain't drowned yet. I can tell you're feeling this by the way your frown set. Stank face friction, or underground vets. Veterano, soundboy soprano. He's a made man, no need to ask why I'm going so. Sicker than you ever been, pick a man better than. Fricker than veteran, quicker than the gentleman. Stay fly, say bye, I'ma jump jettison. Leave you numb, ketamine, go ahead, let him in. I'ma knock 'em all down, big city or small town. His pity is worn down, duplicity torn down. Wash 'em, wring 'em out, hang 'em up, let 'em dry. The real sound check, quick to kill a sound, why?
That's what my man's saying now. Yes, Tech. What are you saying, man? Yeah, listen, you know that flip I done for the podcast? Yeah, I've just put 16 bars on it. Yes, I have. Yeah. Listen, I'm sending it your way. I need 16 bars. What are you saying? Yeah, man, I'm calling you out, man. I need 16 bars. You got 24 hours. All right, safe. Let's see what my man comes with.
Hey yo, Frick, now tell me what you started. Cause when tech grabs mics, I get bad, no rotted, the dog hearted. Drunken monk stays guarded. Real sound check crew come true, we just started. The mic hooligan took a boy to school again. Wicked with the pen, my friend, turn a youth fool cars. When any man better than I think fast like Ramadan. Man and man get bruised and confused, now they understand. It's over, man, the alt TV family. Tech got the sixth sense like M. Night Shyamalan. Wolverhampton Gramadan, focus like a cameraman. Giant flows make my foes bitter like a Villa fan. Not about war, more time I'm on a peace ting. Much prefer to catch with a nice bottle of Riesling. Love a belly laugh and people that have me creasing. But put a mic in my hand and tech proceeds with the beast.
Wait. Now let me add to the story. The Yank wants to talk, you can't ignore me. Other podcasts, yes, they seem to bore me. We're blessed and must give God the glory. The bars are 16, the words ain't dirty. Competition saying nothing, but yet they're still wordy. The show starts at 9, it's never early. And if you're running late, your minutes are after 8:30. All heads bow, every tongue must confess. The real sound check's the best, no contest. Me and my brothers present the evidence. We're relevant, benevolent, straight up, intelligent. Endless like the symbol for infinity. Bringing truth just like the Holy Trinity. We take them down one by one. You know the dance is done, so watch out when we
Hey, Charlie, I see Frick has flipped the switch, so I might flip a burger or rack or ribs. But knowing me, I likely switch it for big bags of plantain chips. Can you dig it? And then kick back and kick off kicks to switch on and watch the real sound check on Twitch. I'm sure you know what a stitch in time saves. Subscribe to get notified on Mondays at 9 p.m. if you have some issues. And yes, this next line ends in tissues. Say sometimes you might need it. The topics discussed, Charlie, you might feel it. It's Kelly Wele boy, repping for day night. The only thing we planting is plantain. Say it right. It's all love though, like all TV family, like DiCaprio howling in the street.
Yo,
catch
it's
the
the
if you can.
brute smelling, top tier shelling. Brother like the other, the creator telling you about the real sound check. It's my turn, make I deal the deck. 7 minds with 7 hearts with 7 souls. 7 lives with 7 thoughts and 7 goals. We're coming to stamp this name in the technological podcast game. Do we fear the rest who may be about it? My name's Butch Cass Mecatelli, I doubt it. Big building, no boy can't test. Setting the foundations of the real sound check. I got bars for days, bars for weeks, bars for the girls, bars for the streets. It's the outlaw signing out on the dub. Like what? Smash the brute, give my hands a rub.
Try for test, you get on. Real Soundcheck podcast #1. From Wolverhampton down to London. You don't know we do this 7 man strong. And we're talking the things. Enough talk, enough joke and rhythm get fling. No shabba here, no ting-a-ling-a-ling. Just a 7 man, them and the vibes we bring. We're smooth like the grown folks grooves and catch wreck like the one named Tech Yo. Gotta pick up the CROC and the one we call Butch to the Cassidy. We're soon to take flight and here is the one we call the Dave Knight. And I'm Mr. Diesel with the end of my diction. But before I leave, salutes to Friction.
Look, for the DJs, the MCs, the singers, the dancers, the blingers, the hot girl, the mingers, the dreadlock, the barlet, the blonde and the gingers. Fire one shot, blow! 4 busy fingers. DJ Crack come fi set it, so you can't forget it. If you dance dry, we come fi wet it. Things copacetic. If you can't take it, better go on and left it where we name. Soundcheck. If a soundboy try disrespect, Soundcheck. Take a dub play, chop in at the neck. Soundcheck. Pack up your sound and go play on cassette. Soundcheck. And where we name. Soundcheck. We are the real Soundcheck. This is something where you just can't forget. Soundcheck. Kick a hole in your internet. Soundcheck. One time. Soundcheck. When me say other podcasts could them have to move. When we come, you know you come. And yes, when we come, you know you better watch out when we come. You know you come. And yes, when we come, you know watch out when we come. You know you come. And yes, when we come, you know you better watch out when we come. You know you come. And yes, when we come, you know you better watch out when we come.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yo.
boom, boom. Unmute yourselves,
That's mad
fellas.
watching
Unmute
that,
yourselves. Unmute yourselves. Unmute yourselves.
That is crazy watching
Wow,
that.
that's crazy. That is bananas.
We did it. We did it.
I'm surprised we were able to do it with the budget we were given, but goddamn.
I know I spent my $5,000 on. What about you guys?
$5,000 in Burgos.
Oh God. Yo,
Watch not liquid.
in it.
No, first,
Some
listen,
platinum
Croc.
marigolds, boy. Platinum marigolds.
Round of applause for Croc.
mate.
for editing
Absolutely.
all of
Yeah,
that.
man.
Well done, mate.
Well done.
Round of applause for you, my brother Frick. Round of applause for Friction.
Yes, Friction.
I got my flowers, man. I got
Yeah,
my
man.
flowers, man. Salute to Croc, man. That was job well
Dope.
done. The same pressure
Yeah.
I had putting it all together, all audibly. You had to do that visually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was
The
tough.
time you had,
was
and obviously
tough.
all the different pieces coming from everywhere, different quality, different.
Yo,
Great
bro,
job, man. Great job.
Thank you,
That's
because
sweet,
it was a
Absolutely.
challenge, man. It was a challenge to have all the different. Because obviously I didn't know what you guys were gonna send me, so people sent different assets. Someone sent videos, some sent stills, and in this size, and in that dimension, and this size, and this format, and whatever. And I had to take all of these different stuff and just find a way to make it all work together. So it was a real challenge, man. Which hence why it took a bit longer than planned. But I'm happy with the end result, man. Love it.
Salute, man. Salute.
We would have lost money because we put money down
in their car.
I was going to say, we put money down that Croc was going to shoot a video in Jamaica. That's why we went to JA. some beach, some nice blue sea water and white sand.
If he ever, that's all we said. If he ever,
That'd be like some barefoot sandy foot business.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
Drone
You guys are a step ahead of me because I didn't even think to do that. If I had thought to do that, I would have done it. I would have done it. I definitely would have done it. You know what I mean? Salute to all the comments in the chat. Thank you, all the wonderful comments in the chat. And we can't forget all the people. This is something to do with the process now. We have to give props to everyone who was at the live raid train. Yes, because for those of you that weren't there, what we did is we said to everyone who was in the place, we said, can you everybody film this on their phone and then send us the footage afterwards. So we only went there with one camera, one actual official camera, one shot, one angle. And we asked everyone else to film on their phone and send to us. So we got all these different angles. We must have had like 10 different angles from different cameras because of everyone recording on their mobile phone. So thank you to everyone who recorded on them. I know Melly Mel did a great shot, a great take on her phone, and that was in the video as well. So thank you to everyone who recorded on their phones and sent us their clips as well.
Can we send a massive shout out to Vinyl Sofa, who actually suggested that we flip Bergerac?
For real, most def, most def,
I forgot who actually said it originally. Big up Vinyl Sofa.
Yeah, big up Sophia. Big up Sophia. It was her idea.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, that's it.
Yeah.
Dopeness.
On to the next one then.
Somebody just said in the chat. Someone just said in the chat. You know, you're gonna have to do more of these, right? You know that.
What I love about this is it's just organic. Like there was no plan. There was no guys, we're going studio. And we're gonna. It was none of that. It was just. Boom.
It was 100% organic.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat says, "Yo, you should flip this." Yeah, man. We should do some flips actually. Boom. The track came from that. And then look where it is
Didn't
now.
know each other's lyrics or anything at the
Nothing.
time. We barely knew our own lyrics when we done it.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Having anxiety attacks and carried on.
Yeah.
In it. Man. Salute to Nikki Han in the building. Welcome in, Nikki Han. Just seen you there. Good evening, and welcome in. Salute DJ Cookie Platts. Yeah, all the comments. Joe Bowler, Mad Trini. Yeah, man, all the love. Beat Push, enough love in the chat. Salute. James, Dead Bob, Miss G. Yeah, man, lots of great comments in the chat. That's wonderful. I might even run it again before we finish. That's great. Do it. That's great.
So where is that going to live? Is that going to live on YouTube or something on our YouTube channel, bro?
I can't see why not.
Yeah, man, makes sense.
I
Doesn't it?
can't see why
Share
not,
from
man.
there.
Yeah, man. Dash that on the YouTube channel. We can put that up tomorrow. Now, I didn't want it to go anywhere. I wanted the people here to see it first. I wanted the people who come regularly to this every week to see it first. Now that we've had the VIP kind of screening, you know what I mean, the family's seen it. Now it can go out. Yeah, now it can go out to the world. You know what I mean?
And then part of the process was Croc didn't even let us see any parts of it. He put it all together because he didn't want us to sort of change our parts.
Yes.
So he didn't even let us see our parts before it went. So this is the first time we've seen it.
Yeah, that was a holy trust right there. That was a
lot. But then it was exactly the same when Friction set off the challenge with the bars because we didn't hear each other's. But apart from when you'd hear when someone's done it,
Yeah.
and they came and flashed it on the show.
You just heard what was before you, not what was
Yeah,
after you.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. So for the last three, neither Butch nor Diesel, nobody heard our lyrics. The only time we heard them was when Friction came and ran the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was the first time we heard those lyrics.
And he just
That'll
ran it
be
and
an
not say
interesting
nothing.
dynamic. So when we do the next one, obviously it's going to be okay. We're now doing this. Yeah, it's going to go at the same time and come back at the same time.
I think it's worked well
Yeah, man.
because
Yeah.
like Dave said, I knew that if I showed it to you, people are like, no, I want to change this, no, I want to change that, and I wanted to keep that organicness. Do you know what I mean?
No, it was
This
dope,
is what.
man. It was dope.
And it's done.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Yeah. So what we doing next then? What we doing next then, lads?
You lot are not easy about
Man,
next.
we ain't flipped nothing in a little while though, man.
No, we
true.
haven't, and I
We need to find a flip,
think another season of flips need to happen in the sense of bring it in as part of our is it the second week of the month or something like that, or whatever we do.
Something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
we bring it in and let people get interactive with it and see where it takes us. Just to apply the same rules. It's not overly serious. We're having fun with it, and whatever pops off, I don't want to. Us to overthink it because it didn't
I think
need
it will
at
come.
the start. Yeah,
it will come. Whatever it is, it will come.
Yeah,
There's actually some tunes that we flipped previously that I think we need to revisit.
You think so?
100%. Like there's certain tracks that were played during that flip season we were doing where it's like, yo, that you done that in a week. You turn it around in a week. Let's spend some time on that track and do something with that track. Let someone mix it. Let someone arrange it. Let someone add some vocals to it. Maybe you know what I mean.
And then
make
two
it
twos.
what it needs to be.
We got an EP.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Two twos.
this is
We got an
yeah,
EP.
No, you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Frick. Because if there is a flip out there that someone can say, "Yo, my friend's a singer," they might be able to, you know what I mean, and skid it and go over the and give us a, you know what I mean.
Specifically.
Hey,
The good thing is everyone understood everything.
Clip that off. Yo,
We
somebody
understood everything.
timestamp. Right, the
Imagine being in a
timestamp.
meeting at work trying to explain that. Around the boardroom table. We're like, yeah, man. I know exactly what he's talking about.
Wow. Yeah, man. I do as well, man.
And that's what I'm saying. I think we've done it ourselves, but as a community, if there's people within our community that says, you know what, I could.
You know what? And we got help already. Look, Platts is already
Platts.
saying if we want
Platts
help,
is
he's
in.
in. So big respect
Yeah,
to
man.
Platts.
Go on, Platts.
Yeah, man.
Big respect
things
to
like
Platts.
We got anyone can sing? We got any singers?
Platts can sing.
Sing a hook. Go on,
Hey.
Oh,
Platts can actually sing as well.
getting
And right
a
at
hook.
16 as well, yeah.
Ooh.
Lord.
Get it.
Imagine we start get
Let's
hook and
get it.
them thing there. I think we could.
Have you guys
Lord.
heard Mace with 112, Jealous Guy?
No.
Can't remember it
Not
off
that I
my
can
head.
remember.
No.
Okay, yeah, I don't think we should do that.
Oi, look. Sorry, go on, Dave. Go on, Dave. Go on, Dave.
No, go.
No, go ahead. Go on.
That was just to say it's a slow jam. And so they're singing on the track.
Oh, see.
And because Platts can sing, thinking, okay, a slow track next time, but I don't think we should do that.
No, no. You know what? I think like we've all said, let's keep it as organic as possible because you know what I mean. Busta Rhymes has rapped over slow jams. Other
Listen,
people
we've almost got a band in the comments coming.
I know. Look, Cookie's got voiceover.
Gandhi, man, plays everything. He plays
Cookie's
everything.
got voiceover.
Miffy moments.
Kakandi's our own kind of prince. Right here. plays everything and sings as well. Writes lyrics.
Tambourine. I can play the tambourine.
Wait, did Miffy just say she whistle?
Whistle in the background.
I'm a monster on the triangle.
Cowbells.
I just click my fingers.
Or the cowbell. I'm good with cowbell too.
So was that a kind of like a documentary of what actually happened when Frick called out Tech?
I guess it was Friction. That's how it happened, right? Did you just call Tech
More or less. Yeah. No,
But
actually, no,
he
it
was on the
happened.
show. He was on the show, wasn't
He
he?
was on the show.
He was on the show.
That wasn't
was
the
on the
video
show.
calling me now, man. I didn't get I got a heads up. I didn't get no heads up. Man just called me out live on the internet.
Yeah, he was on the show.
Man just dropped his bars with Iron Tech. There's a space for you.
There's a space on there for you.
You get me? I didn't get any warning. You crazy?
What was mad is I had to double the length of the track. Because obviously it was a case of we just done a flip. It was probably like, I don't know, 64 bars. I put my 16 on it, and then by the time 16 plus 32, 64, he was like, right, I need to double. I had to double the track.
So when did you actually say to yourself, you know what, everybody's jumping on this?
Well,
I don't think it happened like that.
It just happened.
Yeah.
It didn't happen like that. Yeah.
I did mine, and I started getting bossy and calling people out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on in. Come on in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like we said, like we did say, for some of us that heard it, it was inspiring. So then when it did come down to the last three of us, I was, like as I said, that was the first time I've ever written a 16 to actually perform it. And yeah, man, it was inspiring. Thank you.
Likewise.
Yeah, man.
And that's it, man. Like watching the video now, it's like what it shows is something can just really come from nothing. That is now in the world. That exists.
That element, I really, really appreciate.
You know,
it just goes to show you, if you surround yourself with the right people, anything's possible. Really.
Well, yes, Tech, and that kind of leads into the point I was going to make, which is I've been watching the third series of Wu-Tang, and it just reminds me of.
Well done.
You know what I mean? It reminds me of
of
how they just came together and, like us, they just did whatever with whatever they had, and look what became of it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it just kind of reminds me of that. You know what I'm saying? That
You
kind of
thing it reminded me of, and sorry to take it there, but I was watching the Beats and Liquor series, and it's like that's now there forever.
Yeah.
That lives there forever.
Yeah.
It's documented. No one can take that away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And like this is it's there now. It's immortalized. So
most
you know, it's something you can point to say, yeah, man, look, we done that.
Yeah, we did that. We did that.
It's true.
Yeah, man, we did that with no label, no nothing. You know what I mean? No signing or no nothing. We just did it.
Serious, no studio. Just
no studio. Yeah, man.
It's true.
I did it right there. Right there.
with my phone and some marigolds. That's it. That's
The way
it, man.
Tech told me how he recorded his, because you done it once, and then wrapped over what you'd done, didn't you? So it's like you done it in layers.
Yeah.
So it's not like you had, say, I don't know, like a Logic or a whole setup where you could fully, you know, do it on different, what they call them, stems.
Yeah. And then again,
I did it old school, man. I did it fully old school, 4-track style, man.
Yeah, that's it.
You had to take the different types of recording from different microphones and different recording situations and make it all work together, and it works wonderfully.
Do you know? And for that, you know,
real hip hop. That is what we've done. That's real hip hop.
Yes.
100.
Yeah.
100. 100.
Yeah.
100. And after I know we gave Friction his flowers already, but I want to just say it again, man. Just salute for the production, because I hear, you know, parts in the track where I can hear what you've done with it, where you've taken stuff out, or the bass out, or the drum out, and brought it back in and just did it. Especially like the sound check bit. I can hear the way you've layered it in as we're doing that, and I'm just like, yeah, man. Everything was just like bam, 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 spot on. So respect, man. Respect.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. All right, and that is now 1 minute past 11. It looks like we're actually going to finish on time for once. Ladies and gents, what is going on around here? It's a special one for real. Special one for real.
What we got, singer, Lady Uzo?
Next week we said
Who's
something
singing?
musical. What are we doing?
Lady Uzo can sing?
Yeah.
Yep.
We are sir. Look at this.
Mate.
Look at this.
It's going off.
Soundcheck Unlimited Orchestra. Like UK Web. Big up UK Web Boy in the building.
Yeah, man. Salute.
Says the Soundcheck Symphony.
Yeah.
The Soundcheck Symphony. I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. So, yeah. Butch, what are you saying about next week?
No, I'm my brain's racking me. I swear someone said we're doing something musical next week. Middle of the month, second week in the month.
I'd made the suggestion about
Tech.
doing like a raid train or something next week, because it's a second week in the month. which we normally do a musical thing, but it's also a bank holiday Monday, so
we normally do an
nothing
all-day
to-
raid train, don't we?
So we're kind of like letting everyone VIP know that there's a raid coming next week, and then in the show, we're going to be doing something. Are we doing a 1-for-1? Are we doing a... or are we restarting the flips? Or what we doing?
We'll
I think we should do a
sort that
1-for-1.
We can sort that in the week, man. We can sort that in
Yeah.
the week. As long as people know from now that we're not here rushing on. We just let people know from
No,
now.
I
So
know,
next
but we
week is
got our
going to be a...
VIP crew in here, and we're just giving them the heads up for next week. And
Well, people in the chat then, if there's anything that you would like to see next week.
Except for the dance off.
Yeah, except
That
for
plastic
that.
What's that?
dance off.
Do you know what?
Go ahead.
Let me take back my talk. Let me take back my talk. Yeah, let me take back my talk.
Take off the clothes. Took it off.
And dirty wine. Let's take that back. Let's take that back.
You know what I
Let's
mean?
take that back. Let's take that
Don't put
back.
that out there, fam. You know what I mean?
Okay, I take it back. But we should be doing a raid train on Monday, like all day thing, like we've done before. We've done it a couple of times before on here now. We've done an all day alt
this thing
TV
started.
raid. That is exactly how this started. That's how we got here. All right, by doing that first alt TV raid train, which was to provide people with an alternative to, at the time, it was what's she name there? Grey girl, Lizzie.
The one who pardoned Snoop.
Grey girl, you know.
It was about.
It was views expressed.
Try to get man cancelled out here, like gay guy.
On this podcast do not reflect the views.
Well, it was
of
good
all
while it
TV.
lasted.
It was, wasn't it? It was fucking great. Nice knowing you lot.
Yeah, mate.
Cheers.
It's like SWAT MI5 swinging through my window right now.
What I'm saying.
Things not uploading. What's going on? How come it's not uploading? Account gone. Can't log in.
Oh, Lord.
To provide an alternative day of viewing for you. Yeah, an alternative day.
That's so disrespectful.
So, I don't know who said that. That's
I
all.
know, man.
I know.
Grandma.
That's terrible.
Allegedly don't work with that, bruv. You done that's that already.
Damage is done, fam.
Done.
So yeah, next week Monday, all day raid train. All right, just watch the socials. Make sure you're following Alt TV on Insta, Twitter, Facebook, to find out exactly what the program is going to be. All right, there's going to be some promo before then, and on all of our channels as well, all of our social media channels as well. And don't forget, you can catch the replays on Spotify, Mixcloud, and YouTube. All right, make sure you're following those channels as well, so you can catch the replays. All right, brothers, when are we streaming? When can people catch you this week? Friction.
After this, so Wednesday, Old School Hip Hop Raid Train, and it is officially Anything Goes week, so I'm looking forward to that. Fridays, Fricktape Mixtape Show, and I've also started a little DMB pop-up, so I'm kind of
my brother,
my thing.
my brother.
Holographics, the show's called Holographics.
I went
Gonna have to join you on
onto
that one, mate.
Instagram. I went onto Instagram to do something, and your thing flashed up, right? I completely forgot what I went onto Instagram to do. I completely forgot what I went on there to do. That thing was nuts.
That's proper.
I
Proper.
enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed
Nuts.
it. Yeah, just having fun with the DMB.
gosh.
Man, so, yeah, my son's hooked me up with a clip. You get me? My son's into drum and bass. I says, "Yo, download some tunes for me, man, and hook me up." So that show was me listening to the tracks. That's the first time I've heard a lot of them.
Them ones.
No, just you get me? Just feeling it, man.
Okay.
Off the back of
Alright.
that, so I really enjoyed it. So I says, "Yeah, I'll do a pop up every now and then, little drum and bass pop up."
Nice. Good evening, Mitchy Boo. Good evening, Natasha. Thanks for passing through. Love you. Love to you both. Thank you. Dave Knight.
Yes.
Where can we catch you, sir?
Streams will be a bit random. I tried to make sure everything was working just before.
I saw you
came
pop
on
up today, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just testing the equipment, making sure everything's still okay.
Cool.
And whatnots, and it looks like it is, but the camera's not quite where it's supposed to be, even though it probably doesn't make a difference to some people because they don't see me anyway. But anyway.
I was just gonna say, no difference in the darkness, bruv. You know what I mean? All right.
But I will be at the Got Soul Boat Party on Friday. And then I believe I want me to pop down to the One Nation as well.
Yeah, man.
At Ritzy.
Cool.
And then other than that, it'll just popping up and you can catch what I play on caramelradio.com.
Respect. Technical?
Yes, sir. I won't be streaming on Thursday because I'm going to watch Omar. Hey. Over in Birmingham. But I'll be back on Friday night, 10 p.m. on Buddha Palm TV Twitch channel with a stream, watch along, and all that normal niceness. You know what I mean?
All right. I'm afraid to ask you what you're going to show, so I'm not going to do it. I'm gonna be a Ritzy anyway, so I'm not even going to ask.
Yeah, it might pop up as well earlier in the week too, just to sort of haven't been on for a bit.
All right. Make sure you're following Buddha Palm TV for that. Grown folks, Grooves.
Hey. Mondays, I'm on Channel Radio from 7 to 9 p.m. Thursdays, I do my Twitch from 7 to 9 p.m. And Saturdays, 10 a.m. till noon, I'm on Digital Soul Radio.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Butch Cassidy. I know you've been doing your new format and thing, and you've been kind of rejigging and things behind the scenes.
I'm going to help out with Chill Out Wednesday, I think, 9 o'clock.
In the evening?
Wednesday, 9 o'clock. That should be the next time you'll see me pop up. But
okay.
my personal show is still going through the makeup. And what is it, bank holiday this weekend? Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy.
All right, cool. Fire Diesel.
Yes, sir. Hopefully tomorrow 9 p.m, Tuesday 9 p.m. Definitely Wednesday 9 p.m. Old School Hip Hop Raid Train, as Frick said. Anything goes. Thursday I'm not streaming this week. I'm at a wedding. Okay. Friday I will be upstairs at the Ritzy with that man DJ Croc. One Nation Under a Blues. And the possible random pop-ups during the day. Okay. You know what I mean?
Wicked. Beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. And I will be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. For my weekly slot, One Nation Under a Blues. Don't ask me what I'm going to play because it's like that. I just don't even know what I'm going to play until I get there. But it's going to be 2 hours of niceness. Salute to everyone who came through last week. Yeah, man. Sometimes those ones are the best ones, you know. Yeah. You don't know what you're going to play until you get there.
Just turn up and play it.
That's it. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. right here on Twitch. And then Wednesday, again, also 7 p.m. back here on Twitch, kicking off the Old School Hip Hop Raid Train with Shorty Blitz, Fire Diesel, and that man Friction. Up this all. All right, and then of course Friday I will be upstairs at the Ritzy with Mr. Diesel for One Nation as we return to the Ritzy in Brixton. We got some great new merch. I'm so excited about the new merch we got this Friday as well at Ritzy. So hopefully we'll see as many videos as we can. I feel like going out by running this video. Can we go out running the video?
Why not?
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Salute to everyone in the chat. Thank you all so much for coming through. Yes, Friction. We're also counting down to the casual brunch.
Yeah, man.
In Birmingham. Talk the things.
We're going to be making a DJ announcement very soon. So we've got 4 weeks remaining. It's going really well. You know, I mean, I'm excited for it. It's going to be a good night. So hip hop, R&B, soul, funk, rare groove. So look out for just follow Casual Brunch on Instagram and also visit casualbrunch.uk for details. But like I said, we're going to be making the DJ announcements in the next few weeks.
Boom. Can I say as well, the promo is looking real nice.
Yeah, man.
Real nice.
Yeah, man. I've been
respect.
Head down working.
Yeah, I can see you. Respect, man. I see you. The Diva Speaks is back in the building. Just in time, Diva. Bless up. We're about to run the video again. So big up yourself. Ladies and gents, thank you so much. Don't forget you can catch the replay on once again you can catch the replay on YouTube and Mixcloud and I believe Spotify as well. We'll be uploading the video to YouTube tomorrow. All right, so we're putting it out to the world tomorrow, so you can catch it there as well. Big up to Ellis, who's just entered the building. Hold tight, Ellis. Where can I get the real Soundcheck swag?
Soon come.
Yes, speak to your brother.
I got you, Ellis. I got you.
All right, people. We're out of here, and we're gonna go out with the video one more time.
You mess mine out. Watch yourself. whole family, whole TV. Real sound check, real sound check. You best watch out when we come. Mind yourself. Yo, watch out when we come. When we come, 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 watch out when we come. The real sound check, you ain't heard Mr. Brown yet. Make your head swing like I put a noose around neck. Bergerac sample flip upside down yet. This ain't deep waters now, you ain't drowned yet. I can tell you're feeling this by the way your frown set. Stank face friction, or underground vets. Veterano, soundboy soprano. He's a made man, no need to ask why I'm going so. Sicker than you ever been, pick a man better than. Fricker than veteran, quicker than the gentleman. Stay fly, say bye, I'ma jump jettison. Leave you numb, ketamine, go ahead, let him in. I'ma knock 'em all down, big city or small town. His pity is worn down, duplicity torn down. Wash 'em, bring 'em out, hang 'em up, let 'em dry. The real sound check, quick to kill a sound, why?
That's what my man's saying now. Yes, Tech. What are you saying, man? Yeah, listen, you know that flip I done for the podcast? Yeah, I've just put 16 bars on it. Yes, I have. Yeah. Listen, I'm sending it your way. I need 16 bars. What are you saying? Yeah, man, I'm calling you out, man. I need 16 bars. You got 24 hours. All right, safe. Let's see what my man comes with.
Hey yo, Frick, now tell me what you started. Cause when tech grabs mics, I get bad, no rotted. The dog hearted, drunken monk stays guarded. Real Soundcheck crew come true, we just started. The mic hooligan took a boy to school again. Wicked with the pen, my friend, turn the youth full cars. When any man better than I think fast like Ramadan. Man a man get bruised and confused, now they understand. It's over, man, the alt TV family. Tech got the sixth sense like M. Night Shyamalan. Wolverhampton Gramadan, focus like a cameraman. Giant flows make my foes bitter like a Villa fan. Not about war, more time I'm on a peace ting. Much prefer to catch with a nice bottle of Riesling. Love a belly laugh and people that have me creasing. But put a mic in my hand and tech proceed with the beast.
Wait. Now let me add to the story. The Yank wants to talk, you can't ignore me. Other podcasts, yes, they seem to bore me. We're blessed and must give God the glory. The bars are 16, the words ain't dirty. Competition saying nothing, but yet they're still wordy. The show starts at 9, it's never early. And if you're running late, your minutes are after 8:30. All heads bow, every tongue must confess. The real sound check's the best, no contest. Me and my brothers present the evidence. We're relevant, benevolent, straight up, intelligent. Endless like the symbol for infinity. Bringing truth just like the Holy Trinity. We take them down one by one, you know the dance is done, so watch out when we come.
Charlie, I see Frick has flipped the switch, so I might flip a burger or rack or ribs. But knowing me, I likely switch it for big bags of plantain chips. Can you dig it? And then kick back and kick off kicks to switch on and watch the real sound check on Twitch. I'm sure you know what a stitching time saves. Subscribe to get notified on Mondays at 9 p.m. if you have some issues. And yes, this next line ends in tissues. Say sometimes you might need it. The topics discussed, Charlie, you might feel it. It's Kelly Welle boy, repping for date night. The only thing we planting is plantain, say it right. It's all love though, like all TV family, like DiCaprio howling in the street.
Yo,
catch
it's
the
the brute smelling, top tier shelling. Brother like the other, the creator telling you about the real sound check. It's my turn, make I deal the deck. 7 minds with 7 hearts with 7 souls. 7 lives with 7 thoughts and 7 goals. We're coming to stamp this name in the technological podcast game. Do we fear the rest who may be about it? My name's Butch Cass Mecatelli, I doubt it. Big building, no boy can't test. Setting the foundations of the real sound check. I got bars for days, bars for weeks, bars for the girls, bars for the streets. It's the outlaw signing out on the dub. Like what? Smash the brute, give my hands a rub.
Track for test, you get one. Real Soundcheck podcast #1. From Wolverhampton down to London. You don't know we do this 7 man strong. And we're talking the things. Enough talk, enough joke and rhythm get fling. No shabba here, no ting-a-ling-a-ling. Just a 7 man, them and the vibes we bring. We're smooth like the grown folks grooves and catch wreck like the one named Tech Yo. Gotta pick up the CROC and the one we call Butch to the Cassidy. We're soon to take flight, and here is the one we call the Dave Knight. And I'm Mr. Diesel with the end of my diction. But before I leave, salutes to Friction.
Look, home for the DJs, the MCs, the singers, the dancers, the blingers, the hot girl, the mingers, the dreadlock, the barlet, the blonde and the gingers. Fire one shot, blow! For busy fingers. DJ Crack come fi set it, so you can't forget it. If you dance dry, we come fi wet it. Things pathetic. If you can't take it, better go on and left it where we name. Soundcheck. If a soundboy try disrespect, Soundcheck. Take a dub play, chop in at the neck. Soundcheck. Pack up your sound and go play on cassette. Soundcheck. And where we name. Soundcheck. We are the real Soundcheck. This is something where you just can't forget. Soundcheck. Kick a hole in your internet. Soundcheck. One time. Soundcheck. When me say other podcasts to them have to move. When we come, you know you come. Yes, when we come, you know you better watch out when we come. You know you come. Yes, when we come, you know watch out when we come. You know you come. Yes, when we come, you know you better watch out when we come. You know you come. Yes, when we come, you know you better watch out when we come. Rowdy people, rowdy. Peace, 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 peace.
Peace. I don't know why.